bad because Jay, every day you keep going in and out.
Going in and out. Let me switch this. Better.
What's going on, everybody? This is another episode of your favorite after church podcast, the No Key Podcast. I'm your man, Spaces.
Hey, I go by your boy Maul.
Jay every day.
Yeah, it's your Wi-Fi, bro.
It's me.
Yeah.
So hey, I'm y'all go ahead. I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna cut off and get back on.
All right. God dang, Jermaine.
While we waiting on them, man, how was your week?
It was all right, man. It was all right. It was slow. Some parts of it you could I would say were slow because the weather,
Yeah.
what is it, the ice front or whatever it is,
Yeah.
whatever it was. But yeah, because of that, it was kind of slow. But it picked up towards the end, and aside of that, I got a promotion at work, so appreciate. Hold on, let me see.
Congratulations.
Let me see.
Congratulations, man. You know we live, right?
Wait,
You know we
you hear
live,
that?
right? Huh?
Yeah,
Nah, I can't hear it.
you hear that? Did you hear the applause?
Nah, can't hear it.
But yeah, got a promotion and figuring things out from there.
There you go.
How was your life? My fault. Go ahead.
So that was a blessing, man. Last week was cool. I was trying to figure out what I do last week. You know what I mean? No, it was we did football. Football was last week, and that's about it. And then, I mean, because like you said, we've been battling the cold, man. You know, and I've been basically trying to stay out the cold. Like, I did a few long runs down to Bloomington, Illinois. Down in Indianapolis yesterday. We checked out the Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez fight. That was a pretty good one. Core won hands down, like wasn't even no contest. So week is overall good, man. I'm healthy, blessed, and you know, more to say.
Do you think the way they scored it was accurate?
So I didn't see the official cards because you remember it was buffering, but you got like, were you able to see the official cards?
No, I just saw it was like
If you can pull it up real quick, because I'd like to see. I meant to look it up. Maybe I get one round to Teofimo. I think that could have been like the eighth round, maybe. And I think
Stevenson Lopez card. Let's see. Well, it wasn't. I'll just share my screen because I don't really know. You would know what to look for better than I would.
Yeah.
Let's see. Did I type the right thing in?
type in scorecard. Okay. 19 on 109. Yeah, that's all right. That's cool. That's cool because Stevenson scored the knockdown. Tiafimo, man, he didn't look, maybe he needs some more because he's a good fighter. So I don't know, maybe he need a different trainer or something. He looked coked up to me. Allegedly. He didn't look, he kind of almost looked like, you remember we were down in Houston and we saw the Bud Crawford and Spence fight?
Yeah,
Remember that? He kind of looked like Spence look. Well, Spence had a kind of zoned out look on his face. Where Tiafimo, he looked coked up, like he's just steady moving, but he ain't throwing shit.
right.
And I'm seen him fight a few times. I don't know, like if that's his new style or some shit. That's not working.
I don't watch a whole lot of boxing, but it definitely looked.
Yeah,
It's like it didn't seem. I guess you could say professional fighting.
yeah,
It seemed like he should have been in a lower, I guess, tier of boxer.
yeah. Like he should have been on the undercard.
It's like, how do I say this? Like, I'm sure I can't think of a particular example right now, but you ever seen somebody do something at their job or something that they normally do, and you're like, you've been doing this too long to be looking like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Like if you seen Shaq miss a layup, an
yeah,
open layup, it's like, come on, man. Like
yeah.
that's what it looked like to me. It looked like because what he kept dropping his arms.
Mhm,
His punches looked lazy. So I'm like,
mhm.
it just didn't. I don't know. I don't know.
When he came
Maybe
out with the Jabberwockies, he came out doing all that extra shit, doing flips and stuff. Like he finna get his ass whooped. You know, he not focused on the mission at hand, which is right in front of him. You come out with all those extra antics, and like we said, you tell somebody to suck your D. That's in the hood, you get your ass whooped, man. That's not our culture. You know what I mean? To be really telling people that you get your ass whooped from that. Them fighting words, and he definitely got lumped up.
let me see. I didn't because I remember y'all saying that, but I didn't hear
That was like the
TMU
press conference.
tells what's his name?
Stevenson,
What's his name?
Shakur
Shakur
Stevenson.
Stevenson to oh, it's 19-minute video. I don't know.
Yeah,
Anyway, but yeah, that's crazy. He just seemed like a professional. Like it was I don't know, like maybe like it was coked up. Like something wasn't there. He wasn't completely locked into the fight.
no, I can tell he wasn't. It's not to make an excuse for him, but it just. I don't know if they're doing drugs or something or what the fuck is going on. It's
So you said you've seen him fight before?
yeah, yeah. He's beaten like when he was younger, some years ago. I believe
Mm.
close to 5 years ago. 5 years ago, he fought one man named Lomachenko. So Lomachenko was he's like one of the premier boxers at the time, one of the pound for pounds out there, and he fought Lomachenko, and basically he won. So, ever since then, he's uh he's been somebody to, really a top contender, at least in those weight classes.
No. Yeah, you definitely learned me something because I went in there. I'm like, okay, all right, the guys want to kick it. I'll pull up. I was no. What I was just looking up though was how many. Let's see, how many people were watching. Did you get a number on that by chance?
No, I didn't get a chance.
Watching the Lopez versus Stevenson fight. Uh, between Madison Square Garden by a record-setting crowd of 21,324 fans.
I kind of know the pay-per-view fans. Or
So how?
type in like maybe television or
How many television viewers?
yeah.
There we go. Let's see. I was talking about the people in the garden. Okay, viewership numbers. While the final Nielsen linear TV ratings for the January 26th fight are typically
26.
released on the following Tuesday, the event was heavily promoted as a mega fight following a trend of Shakur Stevens' main events on ESPN, often exceeding 1 million viewers.
See that?
So Shakur he garners 1 million in viewership alone. But Mo, we talking about the just our thoughts on the fight. What did you think?
Oh, okay. Are you asking me my thoughts?
On the fight? On the fight.
You asking me my thoughts?
Yeah.
She could beat the nigga. She could beat him up. He whooped him all fight. Like, just to me, Shakur put himself in like another pocket of fighters because, like, most casual boxing fans and then most loyal boxing fans, you know who Shakur Stevenson is. You know what he do. You know what he capable of. But that last night performance, he put himself in like another tier, if you must say, because you thought of Shakur like that, but then now when you look at that fight, what he just did, you look at him at a whole nother level now. To me, in my opinion.
Yeah, he walked right through him, didn't he?
Yeah, he walked right through him. Like a lot of people say, like me and Jerry Day was talking, like, Shakur Stevens is a defensive fighter. He like on the levels of like Floyd Mayweather. He really ain't like attacking. But I guess he heard the naysayers, so he showed him that he got it all the way around. He can play the defensive game, or he can hunker down. Like he was really on him. He was like he had him backing up most of the fight. Most of the fight, he studied backing up, and he just like he went after him. He stood right there in front of him. He went after him all fight, and he like really like beat his ass the whole fight. Like them be some of the worst. Them be some of the best fights because everybody know if you get a nice good punch on somebody, you can knock somebody out. It's like what they call it, a puncher's chance. I think that's what they call it.
Yeah.
You can knock somebody out, but when you whoop somebody's ass for 12 rounds, and it would have been all 12 if Shakur didn't just let him get around. Because like Shakur backed up, and I think it was the 8th. Was it the 8th or the 9th or the 7th?
Yeah, the 8th. Yeah.
Yeah, he like backed off, but he really beat him the whole fight. It wasn't no question. It wasn't no concerns. It wasn't no doubt or anything like that. He just whipped his ass the whole fight.
Let me say something controversial too, man. I think that in general, we like, at least maybe I could speak for me. I could speak to a lot of boxing fans, but just in general, man, when it comes to this boxing thing, it's the two races of people that really hold it down, or nations of people that hold it down, is going to be blacks and Hispanics, right? Or blacks and Mexicans. Tiafimo not Mexican, I'm just saying, but just to kind of give you an idea, because anytime, and blacks really run this shit. That's just, it is what it is. We really run the sport. We run most of the sports. You put us in any sport, we'll dominate that sport. We'll dominate race car driving. I mean, it just don't even matter, right? We start dominating shit, and people want to see us lose. This is why our boxers. It's not necessarily people are tuning in to see Shakur, right? People are in, and I know Shakur. I think his dad is Puerto Rican or whatever, right? But he was raised by his mom. The boy last name is Stevenson. But people want to see the black fighter lose, point blank. Period. They want to see. You know what I'm saying? This is why so you can say what you want to about a Mayweather, right? They'll sit up and be like, man, well, he running all day. What the fuck is he? He's not running. It's called defense. It's not that far you can run in the ring. You know what I mean? So these other groups are really mad, and they watch and they spend their money, and they bet their hard-earned money. This is how much hatred other groups have for you. You know what I mean? Like, boxing is a microcosm of basically life, and to me, of how other groups approach black people. That, I'm going to spend all my money to watch or hope that whatever said boxer beats our home or the Black American boxer. Like even when what's the dude who recently passed away? He was from Ireland. Damn, Mayweather fought him. I forget his name. Oh, Ricky Hatton. Right. So Ricky Hatton, right, is from Ireland. He fought Mayweather, and you had so many people, so many white people going against their own countrymen. Who's your countryman? Mayweather. Just because you know what I'm saying. Ricky Hatton is white. They went with Ricky Hatton. So to me, boxing and sports in general is just kind of like a microcosm of life, and they want to see you lose. They pay money to see you lose, and it's good to see the brothers always coming up on top most of the time.
Yeah, I have nothing to follow up with that for sure. I agree 100%. Ma, we didn't get to ask you. How was your last week?
Last week was great, man. It was my birthday last week. I turned the big 4-1.
Nigga old as hell, boy.
Cool. You right there with me. It doesn't matter.
Boy, I just got 40, boy. You know what I'm saying? You in your 41s.
Yeah. Motherfucker got like 2-3 more months. Got like 2-3 more months. But yeah, it was just a great time, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I got a chance to be normal for a while. Like the way my schedule works and the way, I go to work and I come home and everything like that is not normal or considered normal to the normal, 9-to-5 type worker. I am a 9-to-5 worker, but I just don't work 9 to 5. And I got to be normal. I got to clean up a little bit. Every day, I did something that I normally don't do. I was around here, fucked up one of my days because I'm around here hallucinating and all type of shit, going crazy or whatnot. But
that alcohol will do it. That alcohol will do it, boy.
I normally don't be doing drinking and all that other stuff, and have your ass around here going like my first times being drunk in a while. You feel me? So yeah, but just overall, just people. I know people get tired of the old cliche, like just thanking God for life, thanking God for your family, thanking God for the shit can be a lot worse. People don't be understanding that. Like seriously, like we see it every day of a motherfucker talking about they going through this or a person talking about they going through that. I don't want to turn it into no mess or anything like that, but this is just what I think of like all the time and every day I'm at work because we always in trucks and stuff. And I know every day get a time to contemplate with itself and just think a lot too when you drive trucks and you do the things we do and we're alone all the time. You just get to thinking about life, like how far have you came?
Mm-hmm.
Like people always want to say I ain't where I want to be, but you ain't where you used to be neither. You make a little bit more money now. Like every time I go to the gas station, I know I'm gonna end it on this. Every time I go to the gas station, right, I fill up my car, and I don't be by the pump, babysitting the pump. I click it and I go on by my business and do what I'm doing until it stop pumping. I used to couldn't do that. I don't know about nobody else, but I used to couldn't do that. I used to like sit there and don't let this shit go over a certain amount of money because I didn't have that much money in the bank. And I always had to fill up on Friday when I got paid. I couldn't fill up on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. I couldn't fill up like last night. I just filled up and then just went filled up when we met up last night. I just went and filled up again. Because I've been around here driving like I really ain't got no job, and I don't see how people do this, just drive all around town using up all this goddamn gas. But just the little things to me like that really like soothes me, makes me happy and stuff like that. Because I know it's not like a given. Like this shit is always a blessing, man. And people don't be understanding that.
Yeah, man, it's a blessing that you made it for your 41st birthday. I like to say that. No, I like to say that because we're at the age, and we're at the age where we kind of see both parts where a lot of older people are kind of passing away, and then you also got people within our own age group that pass away, and so I guess the older, at least I get, I'm starting to definitely appreciate life a little bit more. No, it almost sounds like time running out, but you know what I mean? But sometimes it's kind of how I look at it. And, doing the type of work that we do, being over the road and just driving trucks. Um, people kind of get this idea that we have this. I don't even know when they get this idea. Well, we just got time to do whatever. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's working 60, 55, 60 hours a week, it's not a lot of time that we even have for self. You know what I mean? So it's good that you were able to take your vacation and take time for self and reflect and just kind of again focus on your health and just everything else. So man, hey, it's gonna be a good year 26 for you. And you know, uh, blessings and prosperities to you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
All right, happy birthday, Maul.
Thank you, brother.
So to this next subject, apparently the police are rapping now.
Yeah, salute to them.
Check it out. I was just-
T.I. got back into his own energy, cutting off after
Why you gonna do my dog like that? Y'all know y'all fuck with T.I. Y'all gonna do my dog like that, man. I can't be a part of that. I'm not gonna agree to that what he just said, T.I. Because I fuck with you. I'm not agreeing to that. I am on the corporate of, we are a trio, but I don't agree to that part, what he just put up there. I don't think you the police, my dog. I fuck with you.
Amen.
Oh man.
Put up their Crime Stoppers. That boy did a Crime Stopper. That motherfucker had army guns and got a year in prison.
Oh,
That's good. He cut that bullshit off his.
man, I couldn't finish. Okay, but that's what
You talking about the dreads? You talking about dreads, Jerry Day?
Oh, you might have to. I don't know what happened, but yeah, man. So I heard T.I.'s getting back into rapping, and so it's. I have two questions with it, but the first one is, what do you think? What are you guys' thoughts? Like, you think okay, good for him, or you think maybe time to just hang it up, or what? What do you think?
What's the question? Like, what his rap career?
Yeah, what do you think about him coming back?
Oh no, I'm always for because that's all I listen to. T.I., Jeezy, Rose, all the older rappers. I don't listen to none of this new stuff. I don't know. I can't go speak for everybody on the panel, but I'm just talking about for me. I go back and listen to old people all day. And if I'm not literally, and I really barely listen to rap now because I'm getting older. You know how Jay every day say I'm 41 now. So I listen to a lot of R&B. Even when I'm working out, even when I'm doing anything, I listen to a lot of R&B, old school music, 80s, yeah, all that stuff you be in there making love to. Yeah, ain't no more fucking no more. We making love now. But I'm just saying though, at the same time, like, yeah, I'm all for the older rappers because when they start rapping, you start to understand what they're going through and what life is doing because you on the same thing they're doing. You're drinking your green juice. You're working out on a regular basis. You're not eating all that stuff you used to eat no more. You don't want all that ruckus and stuff in your life. Right now, we at a point where, nigga, we want peace. If it don't bring us peace in our life, I don't want nothing to do with it. If it's a rah-rah, any type of anything, I don't want nothing to do with it. Who was that?
Be humble.
Be humble. What's going on? It ain't come across my screen. Yeah, but I don't want nothing to do with it.
He say T.I. here more than 15 minutes, man. T.I.
What you mean?
He said 15 minutes of fame, basically.
Oh no, T.I. ran a whole year one time, but don't do that. Don't do that. T.I. was running some shit for a minute though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, I'm joking. Called T.I. The police. You know what I'm saying? He is. But that being said, I can't deny the man's lyrical skills. You know what I mean? Like T.I. solid. T.I. solid to me. Like I've always rocked with him musically. I said, but I mean, yeah, he is the police, but he hit more than 15 minutes for sure.
Yeah, yeah. For what Be Humble said, he had his 15 minutes. Nah, bro. when Urban Legend came out. For me
Bro,
specifically,
classic. You
yeah,
can't
for me.
to me you can't. Yeah, you can't tell me
ASAP.
when you start
Nobody.
naming a bunch of rappers, right? A lot of rappers don't have one classic album. So if you got a classic album, you did something.
Urban Legend was the shit, boy.
Yeah. And then T.I. had a whole bunch of slew of solid albums after that. And on top of that,
King, Paper Trail, you
thank
know
you.
what I
You
mean?
can't deny
Trap
that. Like,
music.
no.
I mean, look, I said he the police. I'm naming his albums. So.
But no, you can't sit up there and say T.I. T.I. is not. T.I. cold as hell, man. T.I. is in my top 5 of my personal favorites. T.I. is in my top 5. I'm not trying to hear that. And you fuck around, it might be fucking one.
I mean, is it over? I don't think it's over. You know, it's just it might just be something he like to do, man. I mean, you think about plus T.I.'s not that old,
Yeah.
right? We got J. Cole just dropped a mixtape, you know, about a 12-minute mixtape. J. Cole was 41. He just turned 41, I think, on the 28th. He and Maul the same age. But what I'm saying is basically like when it comes to rap, I listen to basically the people within our own age group, also the older guys, right? So if Nas put out some shit, I'm gonna listen to Nas. Nas is like 50 or 51 or around that age. And then there's a few younger guys that I do listen to. Not too much younger, but like Larry June and Freddie Gibbs and you know the guys from Buffalo, you know, those cats, who else?
The
Primo
butcher,
Rice
the
and
butcher them.
yeah, the Butcher them, right? So they're
Yeah.
a little younger than us, but they make solid music. So, but you know, everybody else I probably don't listen to. You
Yeah.
know, you can put it. So I think him being 40, I think Ti might be around 44, 45.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like he's within our age group. He's probably still rapping about the same. He's probably rapping not about the same things he used to rap about. He's probably rapping about things that we can relate to. You know, now being grown.
Hey, the man just said Larry June, the only light skinned rapper I listen to.
Larry June cold, boy. Larry June cold.
But yeah, I listen to I only got a few like trap. Like I used to fuck with Dolph Heavy. I fuck
Yeah,
with Key Glock. I fuck with a Moneybag Yo, one of my dogs too. I fuck with Moneybag. Like Moneybag always in heavy rotation. But I'm a down south dude, so I listen to a lot of down south rap anyway. Over a lot of shit any day. I take all that. Webby, I'm with all that. Boosie, you know, Gucci, I'm with all of them. Because I'm a down south type dude. But like when Be Humble say it's over, what do you mean by it's over?
And that's what I was having a conversation with my homie about yesterday because I just asked him, what do you think about T.I. coming back to rap? And in my mind, I was like, is he too old? Like what at this point, with him being 41, what can he rap about?
Shit, taking his kids to school and what he going through right now.
What was
The
Jay-Z
shit that we
last
gotta
album?
relate to. Huh?
What was Jay-Z's last album? Was it
Was it
444?
444? Yeah.
So you think, I mean, I think Jay-Z was older than
T.I.
T.I. putting out his last album. And 444 was solid.
So 2017.
Oh, 2017. And Jay-Z was born 1967, I think. 69. Jay-Z could have been like 48.
But I don't really don't think
49.
it's too old because then is it if it's ever too old for singers to stop singing?
No, I think that might.
He
To
was
me, though,
47.
Jay-Z was 47. That's what I'm saying. Like he was still able to put. I think when the older you get, you gotta dig into your creativity bag. You know, you gotta dig into your creativity bag. We can't be rapping about, you know, being in the projects, rapping out how you be in the project hallways all day, you know, type shit. You can't, you know, so if you're talking about something with substance on some Killer Mike type shit, you know what I mean, or what's my man from Mississippi? Uh
David
uh
Banner?
Big Crit.
David Banner type, yeah, or Big Crit. You're talking about something of substance, or you're talking about something that you just like to do, like Currency. Like my man Currency, he just rap about basically weed and hydraulics and shit like that. And you know what I mean? But that works. Right. So if you're talking about something that you like to do, particularly or something, um, I don't have no problem with it, bro.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that he was saying. He started mentioning all these other rappers that are roughly about the age of T.I. and they're still rapping. So I think what it comes down with people is kind of on the lens of what Be Humble is saying. Um, if it comes out and you like it, then you rock with it, have it on your playlist, get it in rotation. But if you put it out and you listen to it and you don't like it, that's when the conversation starts to change. All right, you might need to hang it up. You might be too old for that.
It's like the shit ain't look, the radio and stuff like that, that's made for the younger crowd, right? So it's the shit probably is not made, at least up here, right? It might bump down in Atlanta or something, or maybe down south, but you're not gonna have the success. To me, being a 40-some-year-old rapper, you're not gonna have the success that you had in your 20s. Right. So the appeal that
that's
you're
what I'm
gonna
thinking about.
have, because to me, rapping is a young man's sport as far as just gaining popular. You've gained all the popularity that you're gonna have, right? But to put out something, for your fans and shit like that, for the love of the game. Sometimes you do shit for the love of the game. This is my craft. I like to do it. I'm gonna continue doing it. I'm not really looking to gain, you know what I'm saying, and go on world tour, and put out pop songs and shit like no more. Right. So you'll never have that 2007, 2008 run, you know what I'm saying, that you had, whatever, 2005, whatever. You're not going to have that, in 2026. You're not. That's somebody else, the up and coming rapper, whatever he mumbling about. That's going to be him, to have that type of success. And we see that even with like Drake, right? I feel like Drake has literally had, regardless of how people feel about him, he's had the longest run of any rapper. You know what I
20
mean?
years.
Like I could throw, right? So I could put on, yeah, I don't, like I said, I listen to Drake. I don't give a fuck what you talking about, how you feel about it. Drake Code to me. You know what I mean? Drake Code to me. And even with him, it's starting to taper off.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking when it came to hearing that he was coming back to rap was
He said, I'm a traitor.
what's the thought process here? Not to say that you can't.
Yeah.
Not to say that you can, but what's the thought process about putting out an album and continuing to make music, all that stuff? What's going to be the conversation? Because in his last, was it his last album, the one with is Pantone Blue on that one? Oh my goodness, I can't think of the name. Anyway, but I think it was his most recent album. He was talking about how he used to be in the streets in the album, in the songs. Okay. I don't know how many more times you can say that if that's what you're talking about in this new album. You know what I mean? So what I also thought about too was like the example I used, granted it's a movie, but Dreamgirls, right? Eddie Murphy's character. He he had aged out of the game and he was still trying to, do the same thing that the younger kids were doing. So, and like you said, this is the popular rap is a young man's game. So I'm just torn. My thought process is what's going to be the lyrical content is all.
But when you had the same thing for everybody that put out an album, if he got all these albums, I don't think none of T.I. albums talk about the same thing. It's all about different things that's going on in his life right now, what he's going through. T.I. has never really like made the same songs about the same thing over and over again.
I never. Okay, you teaching me because I've listened to the albums, but I never made that connection.
Yeah, T.I. don't talk about the same things. He talk about what he's going through, like the one is one of his albums where you can say Paper Trail. That's talking about everybody was talking about like he was snitching and all that. And he told a story about how he got caught and everything went through. You got another album, T.I. versus T.I.P. That's when he battling with himself with like some bipolar type shit. That's when he battling trying to be still street, but still be T.I.P. the artist and the rapper and the dad and the father and all this. So he got different albums. Then you got King where he was talking about all that other stuff he was talking about too. So a lot of his albums, all of his albums don't talk about none of the same shit. at all.
Sister every day. What's up, man? Where you been
Huh?
at, man? Hey, what's up to sister every day?
Sister every day, what's going on? How you doing?
Hey, look, be
Nothing
humble,
else to
man.
do.
It's not trading that I'm listening to, somebody, a non-American rapper. I listen to Sade. You know what I mean? I listen to just people from all over the world. If you're putting out some decent music, I'll rock with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you the greatest or anything like that, but I'm not no hater.
Yeah,
You
nigga,
know, I don't hate.
yeah,
I
I
just
done
here
pulled
to
up to the
listen to the
job bumping
music.
some motherfucking Maroon 5 if I'm in a goddamn mood. I don't
If
give a
the
fuck what
shit,
nobody say. And guess
nigga,
what?
some Bon
Don't get
Jovi,
it
some
twisted.
Beatles.
Yeah, don't get it twisted because the nigga sitting over here because I will show you something that's gonna make you back the fuck away from my fucking window.
Now you see this beard, I bump that. What's
Like,
the Ethiopians we
yeah,
doing?
you don't know what you talking about. Nigga
I
pull up
bump
bumper
all
R.
that
Kelly.
shit.
Motherfucker
Oh
pull up
yeah,
bumper R. Kelly. Chaos is one of the greatest.
yeah. You say you like your music black, like your coffee, man. Music, does music have some melanin in it? It probably does, but you I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Be humble. I think you got to be open to a lot. When it comes to music, I think you just might be talking. Don't be humble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm venturing off of not venturing off. I don't know what I'm listening to music less and less, but it's not because I'm not necessarily disinterested. It's because I'm just my attention is elsewhere. What the
Yeah, I
heck?
think you know how they put out the your yearly, how many minutes or hours of music you listen to. So
Mhm.
I think I did about 18,000 minutes or whatever that equates to hours or whatever. But I think that was some people though. Some people, man, I've heard people listening to 80,000 minutes of music for
That's
the
a
year.
long ass time.
Yeah, so I thought my little 18. I'm like, damn, but um, you do these road trips or whatever, or you doing, even working out, you realize that, damn, put up some minutes listening to music. Music is very influential. If you, especially if you allow it to, and compared to movies and stuff or TV, because music is something people fall asleep to. Uh, it could fuck with your subconscious if you're listening to the wrong music, especially like while you sleep, your brain is still picking that type of stuff up. So yeah, music is very influential, and people really don't. They think that shit just be words. It's not just about the words. Words is very powerful, but it's also about the tone. It's about the instruments and stuff being used. So you gotta also just be mindful of what kind of music you're listening to. Like sometimes when I take my daughter to school, it depends. Like a lot of times, I put on some jazz or I put on something where it just kind of gets you in the mode to go to school, right? Well, it kind of relaxes your mind a little bit, you know.
I was on that too when I used to take my son to school before he,
Mhm.
when I had to take him driving to school every morning. I never
Yeah,
played like kill 'em and sex and all that type of music. I always play R&B. I always play all this stuff, and I didn't know. I just knew I didn't want him listening to that. I didn't know how it was going to
hmm
affect whatever. Like I just knew I didn't want him listening to that until one day he was in the car with his mother, and she gave him like the option to let him put on music. And when I tell you, she say, "What the hell did you learn about all this stuff from?" He was like, "My dad. That's all he play while he in the car. He don't play nothing else." And now I'm looking at his playlist because he had his phone when he in the shower and stuff. You can hear the music he playing. And I'm like, oh, it did rub off. It actually worked. So I understand you what you're saying when you say you play jazz on your daughter on the way to school, because you don't want your
yeah,
kids listening. I don't want your mind to be on some kill them and fucking hoes and bitches and all this other stuff. That's for adults
hmm
anyway. That's not for kids.
yeah,
So I just try to make sure, like, for a long time, I ain't let my son play like violent video games like that.
Bro,
'Cause-
I was watching speaking of influential, I was watching 2K was playing GTA on was it Saturday? I think it was Saturday. He was playing GTA. He was streaming it on Kick. bro, it is crazy how that game is like a real life adaptation. Y'all ever seen like this recent game? Well, I'm sure y'all seen GTA.
It's been out for 13 years, bro. They sell crack on that. Like they
Bro,
literally,
And some
it's a
prostitutes
guy.
too.
Yeah, it's a guy. He literally, this is what he does. He sells crack. Like he goes around and he do little crack drop offs, and then he get into it with people and they have a shootout. This shit crazy as hell.
it's crazy. Like you can obviously rob people's houses. Like you
Yeah,
make phone calls to people in the game.
but I mean, to me, it's also it kind of shows you this is maybe what people really would like to do. You see what I'm saying? Like if you could go, if you could play the game, right? And people don't want to play the game to be, I want to say right. Well, they don't want to play Grand Theft Auto to be righteous and upright people. No, right? They play the game to be robbers and killers, and like your character. You're building your character to be a robber and killer, to sell crack, a dope dealer, to be a prostitute. Just the whole underbelly. You're building your character to be the underbelly of society. And I get the concept of Grand Theft Auto, but I'm just saying it's like you don't want to be the, you know what, let me be a judge, or you know what I'm saying, let me be an upstanding citizen. It's like, no, let me be the worst of the worst in this game.
Bro, it's like 2K have flipped his car over and he calls, I guess, I don't know how they know each other. Maybe they in the Discord together or something like that. In the game, 2K called whoever the guy was to come tow his truck.
Mhm.
There's towing in this game.
It's like a real life war, like for real.
This game it's amazing how that game emulates real life.
This is gonna be crazy.
Bro, you see
Six is
how
gonna be
much
crazy.
you see how much money that game then made, and they ain't even thought about. They just not really thinking about bringing out another one. You know how much money that game still has made, and how long it's been out? It's been out damn near almost like 15, 10 years, like that, something like that.
I think 13 years.
Like, see,
I
like,
think it came.
and it's been
It
making
came out
all
in
this money
13,
still.
14.
Like, people still play that game faithfully every day.
Mm-hmm.
I was just amazed. I'm like, this is crazy. Like he
Grand
was
Theft
ordering
Auto
food.
found
The
the
character,
formula.
ate food.
Yeah.
Like you can buy food, give it to people.
You can work out. You can do everything in the game.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's a crazy game, but they found the formula. They found the formula to keep people coming back to the game.
Yeah.
Unlike a lot of these shooters and stuff that we play, the shooters and shit, they definitely get boring, after a while.
Oh, I didn't know that sister every day. She say in some countries the Grand Theft Auto whatever is going to be asking for IDs in some countries.
6 GTA 6. Yeah, man, it's crazy. But I mean, as far as T.I. goes, I'm not opposed to him making music or continuing to rap. I just would like to hear him talk about what his thought process is with, I guess coming back to rap, and how the music's gonna sound.
I just call it adult contemporary hip hop, and that's what I like. So as long as they keep making adult contemporary like hip hop, and I can't coin that phrase. I heard, I think what Charlamagne said all the time, and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Like I'm not selling drugs, so I'm not for to listen to a whole bunch of songs talking about selling drugs. I don't fuck a lot of. I don't be out here fucking bitches. I'm gonna say some crazy shit. I'm married, so I'm not listening to that because I'm not out here in these streets.
Oh boy,
that's what Jeezy talking about. At least early.
But I'm saying that's when we was younger. I'm married. I've been married. Shit, damn, you can say about 10, 15 years. I've been the same woman. But I'm not. But what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to say is that I don't want to listen to that type of music because I don't do those things.
Yeah, I get you, and definitely listen to music for relatability for sure.
I fucked that all the way up. But no, it's not
I was laughing about something that happened yesterday.
Put that up, boy.
Put that up, Ma. Yeah, put that up.
Hey, bro, you just don't know how funny that shit was to me. That shit had me tickled, bro. Like, nigga, I walk on the train, nigga. What the fuck you got your Johnson out, man? Put this up, man.
That up. Yeah.
But yeah, you want something that like you want some music that kind of affects your reality. What's going on now? We don't sell drugs. We don't be out here killing people or nothing like that. So you don't want to really listen to shit like that. Now, if you're in the gym or something, you're trying to get rowdy and hype, yeah, it's understandable. But riding to that shit, like, no, I'm not gonna really ride to it like that.
Be Humble made a something that I thought about a while ago. He said he got booed in comedy, and now I want to go back to rap. Hey, I mean, if one thing don't work, then go back to what you know, right?
Hey, boy, I don't really be looking at these people's lives like that. Give me the little entertainment. If I'm gonna pay for it, I'm gonna pay for it. If I'm not, like, I don't really give a fuck what you do. Like, I don't really care.
You also, like, people wouldn't probably take him as serious. He's coming from rapping and then going to the comedy game. You know, I don't think people took him serious in doing that. Even as serious as he was trying to look and kind of portray himself, it's like, bro, this is not your lane. You know, you could just be the funny uncle.
Yeah, that's a fact. I don't think people really took him that serious. You're right. Because it's a couple things that you can't play. Like, you can't play comedy. You can't play boxing. A lot of things, like, it's like a couple of sports and a couple like things out here that you do. You can't play those type of things. Like, you can't play being a doctor. You can't play a lot of things out here that's caused your profession. Like, you got to be all the way in or all the way out. It ain't no 50% in and 50% out. You can't do that. And comedy is one of those things, huh?
So you get exposed.
And you'll probably fuck around and hurt yourself.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you guys for kicking with us. Share this with 2 people. Let them know that your favorite After Church podcast is alive. So this is something I found a different link, Maul. So this is something Maul sent to us, and definitely something to talk about with this. Where did it go? Here it is. All right. So it says, man potentially saved the life of a woman and young lady who were trapped in their truck during freezing snowstorm. This is the one, right, Mom?
Yeah, I think it is.
All right.
Crazy. What the hell going on? Let me see if I can help you out, man. This is crazy. We got the police out here and everything.
Hey, pause it real quick. Hold on. Let me just give a little bit of commentary. Pause it 1 second. Hey, man. I just want to start off by saying I love us. Me and Jerry Day talk about this all the time. I fucking love us. Even though he's getting out the car and he's finna help, you gonna get these fucking jokes, young lady. Because your dumb ass out here driving this fast in this snow up here fucking up, I'm gonna help. And I'm gonna make sure you safe. But you don't get these fucking jokes so you don't do this shit again. But I fucking love us. Because he get out the car riding our ass while he about to help.
You don't get these jokes while we help him.
Yeah, you're going to get all this shit. Non-driving ass woman. Like, move over.
What was your dumb ass doing?
Yeah, you're going to get all these jokes. I just had to say that for people who don't know us about the culture. This is what we do. We're going to help, but you're going to get these jokes. I promise you're going to get them.
And you can't say nothing back, boy. Otherwise,
hell no. You better take all of them.
Say so.
I'll leave your ass right here on the side of this road and keep on getting my warm car. But I just had to say that because that's what really drove me to it. And another thing too is like, because we get so like, I just hate we get so much of the flack. And I'm not sitting up here, I don't want to put it off like we don't have some fucked up shit in our culture. I'm not saying that. But we get a little bit too much flack, and it's always a negative connotation when it comes to black men about everything. Like we ain't shit fathers. All we do is kill. All we do is fucking have babies. And that's not the case. They put a handful of us, the little handful of us, they put on all of us, and it's not the case. So I just wanted to show this too as well as that. I just had to give a little commentary before you go, but go ahead.
Oh. Let me hit the gas. Can I work the pedal? Let me work the pedal while you go ahead and do something else. Man, how the hell you do this?
You go through something else.
I know you in the truck, but you got to slow it down, baby. You got to slow it down. Now, what the hell? How you let the seat back?
Got stuck on some ice.
This shit is crazy. Don't leave, bro. We might need you. Now, first of all, you got it in full low. You need to be in motherfucking full high, lady. First of all, it's cold. Roll the windows up. First of all, it's cold. Cut the heat on.
I gotta listen. This part, I was like, I know he's not about to pull off in these people's car.
No, the police was right in front of him.
You look at you, Trump, for to say the worst. Why he can't just be helping her? Now you think he for to steal her car? You the problem, bro. You part of the fucking problem, bro. You part of the fucking problem.
The police is right in front of him, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I know he's not about to pull off with these people's car. And the police.
You got this car right there?
I would think that with anybody. I know he ain't about to pull off. All right, but okay, my fault.
Okay. All right, now we coming out, right? All right, let's do it. Let's go back. Shit. Yo, I'm playing this lady shit. I don't know how to get this bitch out, y'all. She like to be
Pause his face.
Got to wrestle with this.
Hey, now what you say the other day, Jerry, day about the Dundee effect or whatever?
Yeah, Dunning-Kruger.
Now look, this is every black man. We think we can fix every fucking thing and have no clue, and we fix it as we go along. This nigga got out the car to help the lady. Don't know how he gonna do it, but he just want to help and try.
Yeah.
But guess what? Nigga finna start doing it and get it done though. And that's just, and all I see with this video is a straight up and down black father.
Yeah.
That's all I see. It's a black father that got kids in his life, that got a family, and know if his kids was out here, he'll want somebody to help him pull over because he probably can't get to his wife and kid to help them out of the situation too. But that's what I see totally when he get out the car to help and do everything. I see a black father. Go ahead, finish, Space.
Small fucker, man. Watch out, nigga. Right coming through. Watch out, baby. Come on, man. What the fuck I do? Do what I do, man. Come on, man. Now come here. Let me give you the speech. All that driving fast, slow your ass down, okay? Okay? I don't give a damn. Slow your asses down, okay? Go slower than that, okay? It's in 4-wheel drive. Let me show you how to work the motherfucker, because you just driving the motherfucker. You don't even know what you're doing. Keep it in this, 4H, not 4L, 4H. Don't cut this on. You got the traction going on. You're going to be doing donuts, okay? All right, God bless.
Pat ass on the head. Pat ass on the head. And then lift up the little girl, too.
Bro, you can't tell me that nigga ain't no black father, bro.
Hey, salute to him. Salute to him, man.
Bro, that's a black father, bro, up and down all day, every day.
And you think about the snowstorms, man. People get it's hell, especially for people who aren't really used. I'm assuming based on his voice, he sounds like he's down south. So a lot of times people aren't even really used to that type of the type of weather to even drive in. That situation that he had really happened to me, Davi, or DHPX and Spaces. Spaces, I'm not even sure if you remember because for reasons unknown. So for reasons unknown, if you even remember, right? So, but we coming back from the cigar lounge out in the rural. It started snowing bad. So to kind of get to where we were going, I hopped off on York. And you made that left. You familiar York and over there in Oak Brook, York and 22nd Street. So from the distance, I could see like people. I'm like, damn, is that people in the street because it's snowing and whatever? And we pulled up. My brother was right behind me. Happened to see some young ladies actually that rode their car up on the median. And this is kind of what I like. Not to say I like, but this is like I like to get out and help people too if I can. You know what I mean? If it's not really gonna endanger me or something. and we can kind of save you a couple dollars. We're gonna attempt to help you. And that's what happened. We attempted. They end up having to stay there and wait for a tow because we couldn't get the car off the median. But you know what I'm saying? If I see you jammed up, we're gonna try to help you. I wasn't finna fuck on my Jordans or nothing. Maybe if I had some more shoes, if I had some more shoes, maybe I would have really put some effort into it. But um, it's always good to be a good Samaritan,
Yes.
and it's not even about the reciprocation of it, or hoping somebody will do it for you. It's just that, this is what you do and to help out other human beings. You
Facts.
know what I mean? And that's it. And if I'm jammed up and somebody helped me along the way, of course I'm gonna be appreciative, But
Yeah, there was a time where it was a long time ago now, but there was somebody I was headed home from something. I forget what it was, but somebody was stranded on the road. I didn't have any jump. I guess maybe they ran out of gas or battery died or something like that. I think they ran out of gas, but it wasn't cold. It was like in the summertime. So I I know for sure. I think they said they had AAA on the way, but their phone was dying. So you guys know I carried the portable charger, so I gave them one of my portable chargers.
Oh,
And it
that's
was
what's
like,
up.
all right, well, here you go. Don't worry about it. Be safe as safe as you can out here, and just kept moving. So for sure,
any little thing, man, could help people out here. If you had the time, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying break your back or whatever for the people, but just sometimes it's throwing people a lifeline. You know what I mean? Just throw them that little lifeline, and that could help them, to, like you say, to AAA come. That little 2 hours, they might have to wait for AAA, and you handing them that battery and telling their ass battery pack and telling their ass stay off your phone too. You just got to sit here and stare at the road until they come here. You know, um, like that probably helped them. The shit they probably be still out there today if you didn't help. Goddamn it.
Yeah, y'all know kind of my motto. Like you always lend a helping hand. Like I think that's just a human thing to do. I don't think it costs you nothing if you can help. If you're not in a rush, to work or whatever like that, just to give a helping hand if you can. Like it costs you nothing. And a lot of people be gracious in that. And I'm not saying do it for good karma, but it always feels good just to help somebody. To me, in my opinion, always to give a helping hand. It always feels good. It never. Let's say, like you say, fuck up the shoes or something like that. Like, man, I'll sit up there and help this motherfucker and then fucked up a brand new pair of man. Something like that, yeah. But otherwise, like, it always just feels good to help people or just to always give. To me, it's always kind of better to give than receive.
Everybody, when anyone is in those situations, they will want anyone to help them.
Yeah.
The problem is the vice versa of that doesn't happen a lot.
Well, will people help you?
Yeah, like if me, I know the three of us for sure. If it's a situation where we feel safe enough to help somebody with whatever may be going on, then there's a good chance that we may help them.
Yeah.
Vice versa, though, if we need help.
But you can't. But I don't look at it like that because everybody ain't you.
Oh,
everybody don't grow up. Everybody don't grow up like you. And I'm not looking. I really don't even care if you help me or not. But I know what. Like I always say, I know who I am. I know what I'm gonna do. I don't give a fuck of what you gonna do. I don't care what y'all gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do, and I know I'm a friend. Now, will it deter me from helping other people? No. Will it deter me from helping you the way I helped you? Probably so, yes. Because I got to determine of how I'm going to deal with you now. But I'm not going to take that on the next man that has never did anything to me for something you did to me.
Right.
I got a story like so. When I was a courier, this was happening when I was a courier, and I was driving a rental.
This happened when I was a courier.
Yeah, it happened when I was a courier, and I was driving a rental. The hospital right there on I want to call it. It's in the city. Hospital on Central and Addison.
I know what you Central.
You know what I'm talking about? Central used to be what's the name route? Central and Addison. Right? So I forgot the name of the hospital. But I pulled in the back alley. This is when it snowed real bad. and I pulled in a back alley and got stuck. Like couldn't get traction control, none of that shit. Nothing's working. Right, threw off the traction or whatever. Couldn't get out. It was a garbage truck driver. He got me up out of there. He threw the wrench under the. He had a wrench, threw the wrench under the
Yeah,
rental
yeah.
and pulled me right up out of there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he broke anything. I don't know. But I got up out of there. I saved myself trouble at work. And you know what I'm saying? I went on about my day. And and that little things like that help people. Now I'm not saying go out there and be Superman and throwing your cape for everybody. Because there are people that's out there that take advantage of people that's willing to help. But what I'm saying is if you can discern and kind of assess the situation like this person basically is, going to be non-harmful towards me, or I'm not putting myself in a harmful situation to get hurt in general. Like I ain't even talking about with the person that you're helping, but just in general, I'm not like, standing in traffic because sometimes, you're trying to help somebody get out the car and then other cars coming around and they'll fuck around and hit you and kill you in the process. So, you just in general have to be mindful as far as helping people. Don't put on the cape just to, you're not the emergency people.
No, sometimes God be teaching a motherfucker a lesson, and you can't be jumping in the way.
Keep going.
Their lesson, yeah, you can't. Sometimes people need to learn the lesson that God is teaching them, and if you jump in there and you do some of God work, God gonna make sure, like, hey, next time mind your fucking business.
Yeah, and that's in general what you're saying. What you're saying is just it's not just about accidents, or it's not just about a person being jammed up in the road. That goes for life in general.
Facts.
Right? Where, you know what I'm saying, you think for whatever reason that you could do, X, Y, and Z for a person or whatever. And that's what you're saying literally goes for life.
Yep, it's facts.
All right, let's finish this out because he does more. Oh, wait.
Bless you. Yeah, go on, get in the car, little girl. Put your hood on your head too, girl. It's cold as hell out here. Get in the car, girl.
Daddy, bro.
Go ahead, hurry up. Go ahead, get in the car. Go ahead, girl. God damn it. This shit crazy.
Daddy, bro. Straight father. That's a father, man. I'm not trying to hear in no aspect. That's a JV, you can't tell me you wouldn't been doing the same guy because that's the father just getting in.
As soon as you hear this shit crazy, but I'm finna go help.
Put your hat on, little girl. Put your hat on.
Put your goddamn hat on. And then you fuck around and say, hey, why you ain't got that baby coat zipped up? What the hell's wrong with you?
Right.
That's parent shit kicking in quickly.
Oh, shoot.
No, okay. The funny part though is when he helped her out and he told her about the 4 low and the 4 high, and then he patted on her head.
There was somebody in comments, white lady, of course. She talking about he's a good guy, but I don't know about that pat on her head. I said that pat. Somebody said that pat was for blessing. You know what I'm saying? I just blessed you. What are you talking about? I said, look at Becky. Finna go call the police. Just got help. Bitch, the police is right there. He saw the pat. Shit, it's okay.
Look at this comment.
You gonna read some of the comment?
This one right here. Did he just pet the mama bear?
Yeah, no, it was a white lady who also he commented a little further down. He's a good guy, but I don't know about that pat.
Oh man.
Yo.
Oh shoot. You guys for kicking with us. Share what your favorite After Church podcast is live right now. Now, this is another thing that came across my purview that I wonder if it came across you guys too, but I just want to get you guys' thoughts. So it is a little bit longer. It's about 4 minutes, so I'm gonna speed it up. But Sha'Carri Richardson is in the news again for another reason other than what I don't say what she's supposed to be doing, but what she does. Apparently, she was driving 104 miles on the highway.
Bro, I would never dare with my CDL do some shit like that. Ever.
Let's see here.
ever dare about doing
Shit.
shit like that.
I don't even drive when I ain't at work. I'll walk.
Let's see here. Take us down. Here we go.
Let's give you a path to get past them. See what you do.
Shit, I didn't see all this part.
Oh, she didn't know that was a DT?
100, 101, passing the card, 101, 103, 104. Motor 50, Captain 50. It'll be 429 northbound at Stony Brook, Florida tag.
In Florida too.
On a gray Aston
You
Martin.
got that Porsche, too.
But I asked the Martin.
It's the Aston Martin?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought that was the Porsche. Oh, yeah, I know, Jerry. They know about them, boy. That's his shit right there.
Mm-hmm. He was going too slow.
I would wipe that smile off your face. I'm Sergeant McDaniels with the Orange County Sheriff's Office. You're being stopped for dangerous, excessive speeding.
I understand my tire at the back is like literally on 29.
So you're driving at 100. Hold on. You're driving at 104 miles an hour in a 65-mile-an-hour zone with subpar equipment, flashing people to get out of your lights, out of your lane, following too close, using every lane to pass everybody, cutting me off, passing a car on the inside shoulder with their hazard lights on. You're going to jail for dangerous, excessive speeding.
I'm so sorry. I did not mean to do that. My phone, I didn't even know my car was speeding.
That's why they give you a speedometer.
I totally understand.
Pause that.
That's the part
Pause
that made
that.
me mad right there.
Pause that, boy.
What she say? What
This is
happened?
what she said. What we was talking about? You remember we was talking about last week, Mom? When she said I didn't know my car was speeding. I don't know if you remember what I was talking about when I said something. When sometimes you hear women say it failed.
yeah.
As if it has a brain of its own. As if it's not. As if you didn't make it fall, or you dropped it, or the car itself, it was speeding. I didn't even know my car was speeding. Instead of taking accountability right there, she said, I didn't even know my car was speeding. She said her tire was on 29. First of all, 29 ain't that bad.
No, it's not. It's not.
I don't think the light come on until like 25.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
fact.
What the fuck is he
24,
talking
25,
about?
facts.
Yeah. So yeah, but off the dribble, she ain't even taking accountability. But she do got some bread. My man got an Aston Martin SUV, boy. Them ain't cheap.
Yeah, and my point to you is why not just shut up and just say, okay, officer, give him your license, because you're going to jail. It ain't no way. I don't know if people know about, like, that's why we always say, know some laws, know some basic stuff. If you get caught doing this, know what's going to happen. You get caught going 100 plus, bro, you're going to jail.
Should have made it work, boy. I would have pushed for. I'm going to jail. You might as well go ahead and do 150.
You're going to jail. You're going to jail and your car getting towed. So you might as well go and tell your lawyer, and your lawyer just gonna get you off and get you with some, no points on your license or whatever, because she's gonna go to. She ain't going to court, nothing like that. She's gonna get the lawyer to take care of it. But you're going to jail.
Yeah.
You might as well shut the fuck up. Ain't nothing you can say don't get you out of there unless somebody dying or something like that, and you're still going to jail anyway. But it's understandable excuse. But all the stuff you're saying doesn't make any sense. It's stupid.
She driving like insurance on Aston Martins ain't high already.
Facts.
I was thinking about the fact that the last time we talked about her was, as far as I know, the last time she did anything worth talking about. As far as I know, she was in the airport beating on her boyfriend, and then turned around and tried to ask him for help from the police.
Oh, at the airport.
Yeah, at the airport. She was like, yeah, what's his name, Christian or whatever it was, calling on him for help.
That happens here though, too.
Yeah, and now that part I haven't seen yet. Maybe through the course of the conversation, I'll see if I can pull up a video of that, because he pulled up here. They're still together.
They can
do whatever they want. Huh?
He goes to jail in this situation.
You said who goes to jail?
He goes to jail in this situation too.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, he goes to jail in this situation as well. She calls him for help in this situation, and he goes to jail. He pulls up, goes to jail. He throws, I guess, something that had drugs in it or something, kind of to the side, and the police scoops him up, and he goes to jail as well. Could
Oh,
probably
So,
be weed or something.
oh,
so you
cause she
saw a
called
video
him
of
to
that?
come get her from to
Yeah,
come get the car.
yeah.
Oh, so
You
he
saw-
come try to get the car, and he come with drugs in his car.
I don't know if he got it out his car or he got it, maybe she slid it to him or whatever. But either way, he tried to, discard it and he ended up going to jail for it. Boy, an idiot.
What I don't, bro. I know I talk a lot of flack and I talk a lot of shit about the motherfucking police, right? But I avoid them at all costs. I don't want no interactions. I don't want to speak. I don't want to do none of that. I just leave that alone. I'm not going to get disrespectful when you do stop me. I'm not going to do none of that because I don't want them problems. And I don't understand why people, when it do come to the police and the police interactions, bro, you're not in charge of that situation no matter how you put it. So your best bet is just to shut up and just whatever, do whatever. Like like we always say, get yourself to the crib, man. I understand they do a lot of crooked shit. I'm not saying they on the up and up, but sometimes it's best just to shut up and not agitate the situation at all. Like that situation, you're doing 105 already or 100 and whatever you're doing. You knew you was doing that. Let that man talk and just shut the fuck up and let him go ahead and do. And I just get the bail money and come on home. I was wrong.
She said she didn't know the car was doing that.
You're going to jail.
The car was.
You're going to jail.
Hold up. Let me see something here. Here we go. Oh, there's no sound to it. Anyway, I'll pull it up. I'll continue the video and then we'll keep going. Let's see here. All right.
No, most people don't, but you got to think about that before you do the speed. I need your license, your registration, and your insurance. You were speeding.
So I was, and I totally didn't know. If you look at my phone, my buttons right here, they jump around. My phone is sitting here and it's lit on here. I literally see it's not even in normal mode, and I see that my car is please, I'm communicating.
The mode has nothing to do with your gas pedal.
No.
I need your license, your registration, and your insurance.
I really want to work. Can you really work with me, sir? I promise you, I am a law-abiding citizen. I have my ID, my insurance, my phone. There was no intention of me speeding today. I promise you, sir.
Is this a good address for you, Lake Valley Drive?
Yes, sir. I'm here. I love you, sir. Please work with me. I promise you.
I don't know what work with you means.
Not work with me. I understand that. I will take the ticket. I will show you.
No, like I told you, you're going to jail.
Please don't allow me to. Please, sir. Please.
Listen to me.
Please, sir.
You're
I
not
really-
going
Nothing you say
home,
is going
bro.
to change.
You not going, like, people don't understand. You get caught going that fast. It ain't nothing you can say, do, whatever. You're going to fucking jail. Only way you're not going to jail is the police had a good day or something like that, and he just be like, bro, so what the fuck? If he knew you wouldn't be going to jail. But any of that, if you don't know that man or nothing like that, your ass is going to jail doing 100 and something miles per hour. You're going to jail.
The
In every
fastest I
state,
think
man.
I've ever been is 65.
I say?
I say the fastest I've ever been is 65.
Yeah, but you get caught doing anything over 100 in any state. There ain't no state that that's reckless driving, that's endangerment. That's like, bro, you're going to fucking jail.
Yeah, you gotta pick and choose where you do that at.
Like, bro, you going to fucking jail. I'm not trying to hear that shit. You can
Yeah,
beg, plead, do whatever fuck you want to do. You're going to
anything over 26 over. If you even look at the ticket, anything over 26 over is gonna kind of they're gonna give you a hard time. So you could have been doing what speed? The speed limit was 55,
You're
right?
doing 75, 80. You're going to jail.
You're doing like this. You're doing 81, right? You do 81, the police could go ahead and take you to jail.
Yeah. That's why I was saying you gotta know the ins and outs. I'm not sitting up here saying you got to be a lawyer or anything like that. But you got to know some basic rules and basic laws or something like that, to avoid a lot of this stuff and not understand what you're doing.
Here we go. This is what I was looking for.
Your ass going to jail. You going to jail. You're going to jail. Hot damn it, you're going to jail. Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
So do you think she
$1,000 bill?
do you think left of the video do we have? Let's see here. It's only a minute. We'll finish it out. Because I have a question for you guys related to this.
You are going to jail.
Am I going to jail? Like,
Yes.
sir, I really was not intentionally speeding.
That's even more scary. That means
Actually, question. She said, please work with me or something like that. Could she be charged with like bribery if she would have kept?
No, how was that bribery?
I'm saying that itself wasn't bribery, but if she gave some explanation on what she meant by work with me.
No, like when the cop said all the time. So the cop bribing people when you say work with me, tell me what you know. That's the same. It's just work with me. Like what else do I have to do to get it? And then now if you're starting to talk about money or exchanging favors for it, now that's bribery. But working with me is like tell me how can I get up out of this or something like that. Now if you start naming prices, then that's bribery. But just working with me is you're talking, trying to get yourself out of this ticket. No.
I hate cops fucking try to get some money out of me. I've had it. State trooper. You know what I mean? He got behind me, flashing. He was trying to get $50 out of me. You know, but that was at the time I was driving an old school big body, nice and clean. I think he thought maybe I was a dope boy or something. And he thought I was gonna pull out a wad of cash or something. I didn't have nothing but a debit card. I said, you can follow me to the ATM. I ain't gonna do all that. I'm gonna just give you this ticket. So yeah, I mean, cops be on that type of time too in general though. They'll work with you. But now they got these body cams, so it's not much you can really do.
Okay.
it means that you're doing things unintentionally on a task that requires all your attention.
Sir, please, I'm begging you.
You are going to have a little bit of time to make some phone calls. You are going to jail. I am towing your car.
Please, sir, don't take me to jail. I will do everything.
No.
I will do everything.
You have two options.
Listen, sir, please.
Listen, you have two options.
Please, sir.
The first option is you can either ride with me in my car. The second option is you are going to go to jail in a cage car. Which do you prefer?
I promise you, I don't want to go to jail. I'm right here. I have a team here. I have a coach, everything. So I was not intentionally doing anything. And I am.
You're not listening. You're repeating yourself and not listening. Nothing you say is going to change.
First of all, you're not no white woman.
All right. So
stop all that.
Just 5 seconds left in that video. I want to see the video of the interaction with the cop and Sha'Carri Richards.
So
Sha'Carri Richards' boyfriend. What Jay Everyday was talking about?
Oh.
That's a beauty. I was thinking something like that. But do you think? Okay, we talked about the guy in Florida a while ago. They got pulled over. He was like, "Hold on, twin. I just got surgery on my knees, twin." The football player.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in that situation, in situations like that, celebrities sometimes have celebrity privilege. Do you think that part of the reason why she was doing this because she's a celebrity? She might have some sort of privilege or pull with the police because her name is widely known?
Yeah, it could have been that. But let me dial it back a little bit because I know people who've gotten pulled over at over 100 miles an hour and they didn't go to jail. All right. They definitely they got the car towed or they got the ticket and they was able to get let go. So I don't know. I feel like 'cause I don't know what this cop was on. You know what I mean? And maybe it's because she got the flash, Aston Martin, you got the $300,000 car. So now you gotta, you're gonna make this person kind of inconvenience this person. I understand. But I'm just saying it's not like they have to take you to jail either. Is it a possibility? Sure. But it's not like they have to take. Cause I was thinking about it. I was like, man, I know a couple of people that got pulled over doing over $1, and they didn't go to jail. I mean, it could be different in each state, but I just feel like cops also have the leeway to also work with you. Like you're not gonna go to jail, but we will tell it, or we're gonna give you the right. You know what I'm saying? I would rather that car get towed than me having to go to jail. I'm gonna still have to deal with the ticket or whatever, but I don't want to have to go to jail too.
Do you think Shakari, I gotta make sure I say it right. Shakari may be suffering from celebrity privilege?
I mean, to me, that was just like a regular police officer, and she's a track star, so I wouldn't assume that he knew who she was. Even if you ran the play, like, you know what I'm saying? We can't assume that people absolutely. This isn't Michael Jordan in the motherfucker, like, or Tiger Woods or somebody that's really, known worldwide. It's like, okay, this is a little young lady with a nice car, and basically, that's how I think the officer really saw it. She was trying to do all that, but don't nobody really know you like that outside of, the internet world. People who are really paying attention to, our community know that because first of all, we do a podcast and then, so we talk about her and stuff like that. But if we didn't talk about her, I about didn't know who the motherfucker was.
Ma, what you think? You think it's celebrity privilege issue with her?
Ain't that with everybody who got money? If you had money, you would be doing the same thing. You would act a certain way too. All of us act a certain way. We got that type of bread, like Jerry, they say. It's a $300,000 car. And then, some people get jealous and envy of that.
Yeah.
Especially cops, when they say, I work hard every day, I'm out here trying to keep y'all safe. Ain't nowhere in the world I can afford that car, but here you go speeding, doing all this shit, and he want to take everything into his hands. Like, yeah. And I want to make it clear, because Jerry Day is right. It is all up to the cop. But I know, for me, I'm looking at not like the cop is going to let me go if I get caught doing 100. I know I'm going to jail. If he let me go, cool. Appreciate it, big dog. But I know in my mind, I know I'm going to jail. And I think that's how everybody needs to think and know what you're doing to know that this is the worst case scenario, you're going to jail. Good case scenario, he giving you a slew of fucking tickets and you just go fight this shit in court. So it's just like knowing some basic things about what you're doing, and can you withstand the punishment that's going to come with it? But
yeah, I think. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying. I think the excessiveness of that, like if she was driving, I don't know, a motherfucking Ford Escort or a Cavalier, and she's doing 103 or whatever, I don't think they would have even considered towing the damn car. I think it was just because the car is a $300,000 car. I don't want to make it about race, but she's a younger black woman, and it's kind of like, what the fuck else you got going on in this car, and where you going so fast? You know what I'm saying? Maybe let's pull the dogs out. Let's get some searches going on.
Damn, I didn't think about it like that. You in a high car, they're liable to pull you over and take your car and take you to jail because you do got the car. But if you don't really got a Cavalier or a motherfucking Ford Escort or a Nissan Maximum or some shit like that, they probably won't take your car and they might just give you a slew of tickets and let you go about your way.
Right. But it's like we really finna inconvenience this person. Again, they got every right to. I'm not saying like it, but I personally know a few people that's gotten away, or who's been let go. And they're doing over 100. They got the tickets. Because that's a whole different thing that you got to fight, right? But even, say for instance, with me, and I put myself in a situation, if I was a celebrity and I had that type of bread, that type of chop, I would maybe say something to the cop. He wasn't really drawn, then shit, it's time to go to jail. I get up out of it. I got the money. Clearly I got a $300,000 car. I should have the money.
Yeah, I'm on the verge of, I'm not begging and pleading to do nothing because sometimes that's what they want you to do. So go ahead and do what you're gonna do. I'm gonna just sit here, shut up. You want me to get out the car? You want me to comply? You gonna put me in handcuffs? You gonna put me in the back? Do all that shit you're gonna do. I'm gonna just sit here and I'm gonna just be quiet and let you do your job.
I would have kept it a buck.
I'm not going to be like, sir this, sir that. No, I'm not doing none of that. You're a grown man, just like I'm a grown man. We're going to treat each other as such. I'm not going to sit up here and say I'm going to disrespect you, no. But I'm going to give you the same respect that you give me. You're going to put me in a car. You're going to take me to jail because I know what I've done. I'm not one of them people to be sitting there pleading, begging when I know I'm dead ass wrong. I'm not doing that. Maybe it's my pride in the way or something like that. Maybe it could be. But I know what I did. So I'm going to go ahead and let it go. Do what you're going to do.
When told his ass, look, man, you see what's on the back of here, boy. This is an Aston Martin. I was trying to see what this motherfucker do. My bad. You're going to take me to jail. You're going to take me to jail anyway, right? I was trying to see what this motherfucker do. You keep it a beam. Sometimes you keep it a beam with the cop. Cop be like, all right, look. You know what I'm saying? Because I've kept it 100 with a cop. Like, I kept it 100 with a cop. Hey, man, why was you driving so fast? Man, I was trying to go home and shit. Yes, I was trying to go home and shit, and honestly, you slowing me down right now. Because now look at me.
No, I died and shit in my car.
No, not that. You know what I'm saying? Not that. My bowels is real good, but you know what I'm saying?
But yeah, like you can stop all that though, man, and just go ahead and just do what you're gonna do. Like we sitting there begging, pleading, and giving a cop more power than what he really have. I don't think that's necessary. Let him do his job, baby. And I understand you don't want to be back in the news, and you don't want to be, you don't want to be back in the news for some more trouble after everything then died down about what's going on. But you should have thought about that before you were speeding. So it is what it is now.
I didn't get the sentiment of, any possible racial implications from it. Now, maybe I missed it. I didn't hear him say anything about like how she looked, but I don't know. I can't tell.
No, that was my assumption. That was my assumption. Like, a person being younger, black, this for me, and you're driving a $300,000 car. That's not a car that you see every day. You're rarely gonna see somebody riding an Aston Martin.
Yeah, I was just responding to it because I know some people would take that thought process like seriously, like he just pulled her over because she's black and got a nice car, right? So I'm just responding to it, not like debating or arguing anything. Mm-hmm. If he said something that would give me, if he even mentioned a race that I didn't hear, I don't know, maybe y'all heard that, my audio might have cut out, but if he said something about it, then I'd be like, okay, cool. But I'm putting myself in it. He's not me and I'm not him. If that were me, if I was a police officer, I would be irritated in the fact that she was driving so fast.
See, and that's what the whole thing. Why I say, and I don't want to cut you off, but that's why my mindset is, I'm not begging and pleading because you just supposed to enforce the law. Why the fuck are you irritated for? Your job is just to enforce the law. You taking this personal now. When you say you're irritated, you're taking it personal.
Yeah, because you could kill somebody.
I understand it, but you just enforce the law. Your feelings don't have nothing to do with this.
That doesn't mean I'm going to let my feelings or how irritated I am going to come out in my interaction with you.
Yes, you will, because a couple people you might let go, but this one you might not because you're irritated.
And that's what police do all the time. Some people, let's say he might have pulled over 6 people that were driving 104. He might have let 4 of them go and gave 2 of them tickets or had them go to jail.
But I'm not going to let my feelings in that get in the way of my job, though, because I'm just going to enforce the law just how the law is. I'm not saying I'm irritated. I'm not saying nothing because you still did what you did. People can be irritated with you, so you then want them to treat you different because they're irritated with you?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think he was, according to him, he was responding to what was going on. I'm saying I would, in my mind, I would be irritated, but I wouldn't treat her any differently. I think that's what you're saying.
Yeah, but no, when you do get irritated, it comes out, and you will treat somebody differently than if you wasn't irritated. You can say that all you want to, but if you're irritated, you're going to treat somebody different.
So you've been irritated before and not
yes, and I'm going to treat somebody different. I'm being a buck. Yes, if you fucking irritate me in a certain type of way, nigga, I'm going to shut down. I really don't want to talk to you or nothing like that. And you can't tell me you're not. We're all human. You are. If you're irritated, you're not going to do the same thing you would do if you're not. If you're irritated, you're not going to act the same way if you wasn't irritated. That's what I'm saying.
I think it's possible to separate the two. You can be irritated, but it not come out.
Okay.
Let's see. Token, what's good, bro? He said that is catch 22 with officials checking their feelings at the door when they clock in. He was already clocked in. Yeah.
I guess the question is, I'm sorry, Spacious, go ahead.
LFOs and judges are supposed to be neutral and act within the law. It's not against the law for him to be irritated with the fact that she was driving. What's going on here?
No, but I'm saying when you're irritated, Spacious, that's what I'm saying. He's on the same sentiment as me. If you're irritated with a situation, you're going to treat that situation. We're human. We're all human. We got emotions. If you're irritated, you're going to treat it different than if you wasn't irritated. That's what I'm saying. You're not going to be able to differentiate the two. You can say that all you want to, but you're not.
How would the person that's getting pulled over know the difference?
Look, real quick, I got a question. Like, not really a question, but would look and see if he had any interaction with people that got pulled over going over 100 miles an hour, right? And say, well, has he let anybody go? And if he has let anybody go, you know what I'm saying? He has maybe not taking them to jail. And that's what I mean by let him go. But not taking them to jail. Because to me, it's a judgment call whether or not you should take a person to jail in regards to a situation like that. Okay, if you know what, we're going to go ahead and tow the car or whatever, but, we're not going to take you to jail. Because personally, I really don't see the point of really, at the end of the day, taking a person to jail. And behind that, I know, again, that you can, and that's fine. But, like, if police officer was the type, anybody I pull over going over 100 miles an hour, everybody go to jail. I'd be okay with that. Because this is what he do. Everybody goes to jail. But if it's a reason where he pulled over, somebody else and they didn't go to jail, and then he takes her to jail, then what would be the reason behind it? Did she get flipping at the mouth? If she got flipping at the mouth, okay, then I would understand, because that's a judgment call, right? Anything else is like why? I mean, if you do one thing, what I'm saying is you do it across the board. If I'm a police officer and I say, well, a person does this, everybody goes to jail. You come to work late, everybody getting written up. As soon as I let one person come to work late and I don't write them up, then that's ground for everybody else to kind of complain, and it kind of be, they can really make us think about it.
And also, too, I want to put, too, even if you get flipped out the mouth, I still don't think that's a reason for you to take somebody to jail and nothing like that. They got their own free will. They can say what they want to say.
Well,
and that's he has the free will to do what he want to do as far as punishment.
No, he don't, because he's a cop. You don't. So now you're saying he can do and make up laws as he go along. That's what you just said.
I didn't say nothing about laws.
But you say he can do what he want. He's the law. So that means if he do what he want, he can make up shit as he go along.
So people don't get. So you've never seen a situation where a police officer pulls somebody over, and the officer was nice to the person, but they were flippy at the lip, and because they wouldn't stop talking, because they wouldn't stop giving them attitude and giving them pushback, he ends up arresting them or whatever the case.
For what? But what if he's arresting them for? What law has they broken just because they got
whatever he pulled them over for? Let's just say speeding.
But if it's not okay, but what if they're not going the limit that you can take somebody to jail for? Flipping off at the mouth is not a crime. Like Token said, check your feelings when you clock in. This is not a feelings game. Just enforce the law and keep it simple across the board. Just because you got feelings and you can do what the fuck you want to do because you're the law, you shouldn't be able to do that. And that's the thing that I get irritated with.
I'm putting the situation, I'm trying to compare the situation as to what it is that we're talking about right now as much as possible. Okay. I'm saying, what if the police officer pulls somebody over for going 104 and a 65? Okay. He was going to let him go.
Okay.
But because they kept going, because they kept getting flippy at the mouth, all right, now because you doing all of whatever you're doing, now I'm going to tow your car, take you to jail.
Okay, so now you're trying to beat people daddy and shit.
He's within his rights in general, though, to take him to jail.
But if you wasn't, why you gonna take him to jail now? Because they
to me, it doesn't matter, because I was already within my right to take you to jail. If I'm already, like, that's what also people, like, I get what, because you said in general, be quiet in general, right?
Yeah, I always say shut the fuck up.
So that works in your behavior. I mean, that works on your side, right? It works on your side just to shut the fuck up. Yep. So if you're being flipping at the mouth, and this is within his rights to take you to jail, why wouldn't you just either shut the fuck up, or, you know what I'm saying, to kind of help yourself get up out of this?
I'm with y'all on that, and I agree. I'm not, but I'm playing devil's advocate. This is what happens when you blur the lines, though. When you give those type of people that type of power to be like, oh, you keep talking, I'm gonna tell no, nigga, you're not nobody's father. Just do your fucking job.
No, oh my God, you missing this? They were going to get off.
But it's I just said I understand you.
Of the
You're not,
interaction.
dog, Spaces. I'm with you. I am with you. I just said I agree with you 4 or 5 times. Didn't I just not say that?
Yeah.
Didn't I not just say that? I'm saying, but that's because you're letting your personal feelings and your shit come in and doing your job. And it shouldn't be like that. I'm not saying he's right or he's wrong. I'm saying it should not still affect you from doing your job, even though I did get flipped at the mouth or whatever. Me personally, I'm not saying shit. I'm going to shut up. And I will advise somebody else to shut up. But I'm also saying that it should not matter. If you was going to do it, do it. If you're not going to do it, don't do it unless they physically did something, yeah. But if a motherfucker talking because a motherfucker frustrated, they just talking.
I ain't gonna lie, if I was a police officer and I'm just putting myself, if I were the police officer and I was finna, because I feel like I'm doing you a solid by not taking you to jail, and you talking crazy, I'm gonna take you to jail because I didn't have to do shit. And I get it, like you probably shouldn't, but at the end of the day, we're human and motherfuckers got emotions anyway. I know it should be checked,
and that's
but
my
some
point.
shit can't be checked. So guess what? It's best for you, you know what I'm saying? Said person who's pulled over to shut the fuck up because it's best for you. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I ain't got to go to jail. You're going to be the motherfucker going to jail at 104. And that's something that you got to do. I'm well within my rights.
Yeah, and
I'm well within the working I'm well within my job to take you to jail. And that's what people also need to understand.
And I agree. That's why I say I agree totally. But I'm saying it's always a human aspect that come in that should not be there. Not saying that it's not ever going to come. It is going to come because we're human. But I'm saying
y'all keep investing in NVIDIA. We gonna fuck around and have robot cops, and then you ain't gotta worry about none of that dumb shit.
But I do agree with you. I'm on the sentiment of shut the fuck up. Y'all know my motto: shut the fuck up. You ain't got to talk and say nothing. Is that the correct address on your license? Yes, officer. Or you ain't got to say yes, officer. Just say yes, and then shut the fuck up from there. Where you going? You ain't got to answer that. What you doing? You ain't got to answer that. Just keep the fuck quiet. Shut the fuck up.
That's the best. Look, to me, that's the best advice you could give a person, because once you start talking, right, and then anything can, like I said, somebody could have pissed in his Cheerios, or he worked up in some, anything could have happened where he could have just had a bad phone call, right, or whatever. And if I have the, it's within my job, right, to take you to jail, and I'm trying to give you the leeway, and you just talking and going crazy. Hey, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? That's called being petty. It just is what it is. People is petty in everyday life. I know I can get petty, and I know if I was the police and I had the opportunity, and I'm trying to let you, you know what I'm saying? Like, didn't we watch the video with the one black girl, one black lady?
Which one?
On here? She was being harassed by not harassed. She got pulled over. She was driving. This was in Florida too, as a matter of fact. But she had like the Audi truck. Didn't we do that on here?
I don't think so. I don't remember.
She had the Audi truck and she got pulled over, and she ended up talking. She was talking crazy to the police. She ended up I think we did do that on here. She ended up going to jail at the end of the day. Like, she ended up going to jail. She was talking crazy. Police being as polite to her as possible, that I thought, he was gonna let her go with the ticket, and she just kept being belligerent, more belligerent, to the point where she ended up going to jail.
Yeah, man.
And the only thing, let me let you finish. And the only thing motherfucker take you to jail for is just to piss you off and to ruin your day. Because you're finna get right back out. It's just to ruin your day. That's the only thing that's going to jail for, to ruin your day.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, in this case, it was all wrong on Sha'Carri part.
Yeah.
It was all wrong on Sha'Carri part.
You ever been behind him? No, I'm saying, you ever been behind a vehicle? This has happened to me before. And, just for the record, slow moving vehicles are the cause of more accidents than cars actually speeding. That's that's something you guys can look up. But slow moving vehicles, the people that are driving slow or slow for traffic, right? So people are like, okay, well, I'm doing the speed limit, but you're in the third lane or you're in the fourth lane, right? You're
Boy,
hogging
don't
up
do
that
that.
lane,
You just piss
right?
me off.
You're
I
hogging
charge
that
up.
up.
Motherfucker just piss
All
me off.
slower traffic should divert to the right lanes. Slower
Right.
traffic should divert to the right lanes. So they're the cause of more accidents. The study has shown they're the cause of more accidents than people actually speeding. So it's been a situation for myself where I was, I got stuck behind somebody on North Avenue. North Avenue is 3 lanes. It's kind of going to Melrose Park and Melrose Park into North Lake. So I kind of got stuck behind somebody in the far left lane, and this was shit. I think we was going to the cigar lounge over there in Ultimate Cigar Lounge. It was like a day or so after New Year's, and so I get stuck behind this driver, and he's going slow. The person next to him is going slow. Like, bro, what the fuck? So swing all the way over to the right lane, zoom past him, and I come up under the viaduct, and the police was sitting right there. No, he pulled me over, right? He pulled me over, and he had his body cam on, and he basically, essentially, he let me go. You know what I'm saying? But I explained to him the situation, and I'm like, man, look, I got stuck behind. Look, you gonna give me the ticket, you gonna give me the ticket, but I got stuck behind somebody. You know what I mean? I tried to go around them real quick, and of course, I was going 10 over the speed limit. And I was thinking, like, sometimes things like this happen on the highway or the expressway, where you're behind somebody and they hogging up that lane, and then like, fuck it, let me get around them, and before you know it, you gotta ask the mark. And again, it's not to make no excuses, but before you know it, you punch it a little bit, and now you at 100 or you at 90 or something like that. It's happened to me. It happens to me all the time where I do that. She just happened to not be unaware that the police was right there.
All right. So that's all you got. We're finna hit the last subject.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm good.
All right, thank you guys for
That was a
kicking
good
with us.
conversation. I'm not gonna lie about that. That was a good one. I didn't think that shit would turn like that.
I didn't either.
That was a good one right there. That was a good conversation.
Thank you guys for kicking with us. Share this with 2 people. Let them know that your favorite After Church podcast is live. All right. So this is the one that came across maybe you guys' purview as well. I wanted to talk about it last week, but I was sick. I sounded awful last week. So Ryan Davis is in. He went on Club Shay Shay, and obviously Club Shay Shay is Shannon Sharp's podcast, and he was. Shannon Sharp asked him a bunch of different questions, and the conversation went towards Ryan Davis and his child/children. But he's facing backlash for what he said, and here, let me play for y'all what he said. We'll speed this up a little bit.
For what it is to fly to a city, a bunch of people to a city you've never been to, a bunch of people paid, got dressed to go enjoy what it is that you do. You enjoy what you do. You love what you do. You take that money home and you give it back to your children and their mother for them to have a better life. But the children don't feel as close because you're going to do this thing. Yeah. She feels abandoned or feel like she's doing it on her own. Because even if you're doing it financially, you can't supplement time.
No.
And when you're carrying the load financially, you don't want to hear nobody talk about how you not doing your part. What? You're taking care of 3 households.
Exactly.
I'm not doing my part. It's hard for you to, it's hard for you to see.
Because time is the most valuable commodity.
It's the most valuable commodity. So then I ran into this thing where my daughter went from, I love my dad, to let me see what I can get out of here. And when she started looking at me as access to like material things.
You were ATM. All of a sudden you weren't dad, you were an ATM.
Broke me. Because it was like, I only want to be around him if I can get something out of him.
So let me ask you this. Did you sit down and have a conversation? How did you come to this realization that it was, yes, this is my child, but my child only wants to be around me because of what the access that she has to things, perfume, jewelry, clothes, makeup, whatever the case may be?
It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking because it's like, it's heartbreaking because it's like, my daughter saved my life. I'm not a very motivated person. And when we went and got that ultrasound and they said it's a girl, I knew I couldn't be a mediocre man anymore because it would affect how she viewed men in general.
And then she'd have been okay with that.
And she would be okay with a mediocre man. And I worked harder than I ever worked in my life because of her. Like, she's my reason. And then for my reason, and she was a daddy's girl, big time. Oh, big time.
That's my oldest.
Yeah, she's my oldest. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, and to watch that daddy's girl go from, I just want to be around him, I just want to touch him, I just want to sleep on him, be cuddled up to him, to, hey, if he ain't buying me nothing, I really ain't trying to go. Like, I lost her. It takes a long time to get them back.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, that was the one thing about this whole custody agreement that was like so important for me. It was like, while we're going through what it is, and then me and their mother was talking, and she was like, Dad, it's like you're trying to get so much time. I'm like, yeah. Because that's all that matters now.
Because once it's gone.
Because once it's gone, it's gone. It's like, you had so much of the first half. Just let me get more on the back end.
You do realize that what comes with that, there are gonna be some times that where you probably want to be on the road and should be on the road. You're not gonna be on the road.
Nah, the summers is theirs. They got it. I'll never, like, you'd have to.
Oh, you have to take them.
What's the backlash? What up, Steve? What's the backlash about that?
What do you guys think about that so far? I got a couple clips, 2 or 3 clips. I'll speed them up and everything. But what do y'all think so far?
What's all about that?
I didn't see nothing wrong with what he said. I mean, I guess I would want to know how old is the daughter he's talking about, the daughter in question.
I think she's like 11.
Yeah, she's preteen.
Okay, but you think he's catching backlash? My man damn near cried. He almost used up one of his cries for the year. And
I was thinking that.
right? And he damn near cried, and he's catching backlash.
But to me, I don't see what's the problem going both ways. What's the problem with what he said and the problem with what's going to make him cry? And the reason I say that is because I got an 18-year-old. It was a time that when me and my son used to always do everything together. We always at the movies, we always at everything. And when you raise kids, you know that age where, nigga, they only looking for money. It ain't nothing personal with you. It's just that that's what they do. They want to be with their friends. They don't want to hang with the old man no more. That's just, it is what it is. It don't mean that they don't love you no more. It don't mean that they don't care about you no more. It don't mean none of that. So he was finna cry with it, and I think that's his first, and I don't think he's been through it, so that's probably why he was so emotional. But that's what kids do in that preteen to teenage range. They want money and you to leave them the fuck alone. They don't want nothing. They barely eat food that you get them. They barely want to come. They always got shit in their ear. They always distracted by their phones. It is what it is.
Yeah,
they come back
figuring
around.
Themselves out.
Huh?
I said they figuring themselves out as well around the yeah.
So for him to go that way and say like you're ATM, no, that's just what happens with preteen girls. Now, do you have some exceptions to some rules where it never happens? Yes. But preteen girls, preteen boys, that's what they do. They like broke ass best friends that you have that gets attitudes all day, and all the fuck they want to do is get your money.
Right.
That's it is. It's nothing. I don't think it's nothing what he said because he never been through it, so it probably hurt him. But at the same time, like, why is he getting backlash? Why is he thinking like this? And I, like I say, because he's never been through it, so he don't know. So when you have kids, you're going to go through this stage where they don't want to have nothing to do with you. They don't want to sit at the table and eat dinner with mom and dad. They don't want to be with the family doing nothing. They just want to be on their own phone. They starting to motherfucking smell themselves. They starting to get a little musty. You know, they starting to think that they know every fucking thing. They starting to think they got boyfriends and girlfriends. It just is what it is. That's what going through a stage of like a teenager. And I know he should know about it because he probably went through the same thing himself.
She's 10.
She's 10?
Yeah, I think also it may hurt a little bit, and maybe he may not understand is that, you know, him being on the road as much as he is, or as much as he say he is, and then, you know, coming home and then or whatever, whenever he's able to see his kid, and it's like the only thing you worry about is some money. You ain't seen me in, you know, a month or whatever. think it's also a little bit different between like us, right? So we're at home with our children, daily or most of the time, and it's nothing to tell your child to be like even if they don't want to be bothered with you, they want to play the game or something. You tell them turn that game off and come in here with me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Just what I'm saying, or let's go do something. You also got to motivate the kids, right?
yeah,
Or make them do shit.
yeah.
She's 10 years old, so it's not nothing for me to go and go, like, I have a 10-year-old daughter. So if I want to go do something with my daughter, she may say yeah. Most of the time, my daughter would say yeah, right? But if she doesn't say yeah, then it's okay. You finna go with me anyway.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? You just finna do it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you gotta kind of operate with these kids. You're not gonna allow them to dictate the pace.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Of the pace of you being a parent and that being your child and spending time with your child.
And I want to piggyback off what you said. Okay, so even if they don't want to do it, why not go do the things that they love doing and go do it with them?
Uh-huh.
Why, if your son in there playing a video game, why you won't go in there and play the video game with him? Well, not even that. I used to do, because I didn't used to see my son because I worked so much. I would go in his room because he got a recliner in his room, and I would just sit in the chair and just sit in the room. We ain't gotta say nothing, but nigga, we gonna spend this time. We're gonna be in this bitch together. I'm gonna feel some energy or something. What's wrong with that? You're the parent. You should dictate and see how this thing going. Okay, you on the road all the time. When your daughter got a free weekend or something like that, because you're doing shows mostly on the weekends, right? Fly your daughter to you. Your daughter's in the back dressing room while you're doing this, or y'all doing something the day before you get your show. You can have your daughter in. It's a lot of creative ways to do, but a lot of people always just want to complain about shit and not try to find the creative ways to do what you need to do.
That's what. Right as I paused it, I was gonna say Shannon Sharp was about to start offering those things as options, like take them on the road with you or stuff like that.
Like you got the money, like you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. They can't come with you. You can't get a bigger suite. I'm not saying get a bigger suite every weekend, but you can upgrade your suite every once in a while if you want to spend time with your kids. Because I do that all the time too. Like, man, I ain't seen you in a while. Hey, we going to breakfast. Oh, you going to the gym with me? You going to work out? Oh, you gonna get on this bike with me? We're gonna ride this bike. Oh, we're gonna play this game together.
So you're telling them what to do. You finna go do this. You see what I'm saying?
I asked a question.
We finna go together, right? Yeah, because you ain't working today. Yeah, you finna come with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I told my son last week, and we finna shovel. Yeah, you put some clothes on. We finna go over my grandma's house. We finna go shovel snow. Not do. Hey, you think you want to come or you want to come? No, because I know they're not gonna want to. So come on, you finna come.
Guess what? My son for the graduate high school. Yeah, my
Okay.
son for the graduate high school, right? He finna be out here thinking he gonna be doing all this stuff, and which he probably is. But guess what? When dad want to spend time with you, guess what? Hey, nigga, we finna go get something to eat. Hey, we finna go do this. Hey, I got these tickets. We finna go do this. Oh, we finna go shoot some guns. Nigga, you got some. What you doing today? Don't worry about it. Tell him you cancel your plans. You come with dad today.
Yeah. I think it's also important to know is that we are all, I like to say we're all attempting parents, right? We're all attempting to be parents. We're all right. So I'm not sure of Ryan Davis's his background. I don't know, what I'm saying, maybe different things that maybe he would have went through or didn't go through if he had a two-parent household. And especially when you don't have a two-parent household, or you kind of don't know how this thing goes. Right. It's almost like being married, right? If you didn't grow up to see people being married and then you get married, now you're attempting to be married because you just kind of playing it on the fly. You know what I mean? You don't know what to do. There's no book that, what I'm saying? Well, people gonna say you can go to the Bible. But what I'm saying is there's no like written down book where it says that, step 1, step 2, step 10, this is how I'm supposed to do things. Right? Because everything that I do or everything that Mark Maul do or Spaces may do we're all gonna do something different, right? Because it may work for us and our family and our children a little differently. Right. But we're all just attempting out here. Right, there's no perfect formula for none of this. You know what I mean? Because if it was, I'm sure we'd do it.
Oh no, DX, I don't think we're saying his feelings is not valid, but we're saying all this stuff is. I don't think he shouldn't be in a black fast, but I also think that he should know about what's going on because he's been through it too, though.
Mm-hmm.
As a kid, you've been through some of this stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so
yeah, I'm with you on that too, Token. Everybody got their thing or how they think this shit goes.
What's good,
Right.
Cultivate?
Hey, what's up, Cultivate? How you doing?
Cultivate, what up?
He said, "Why y'all ended the pod?" We got a few more minutes because I got a couple videos. It's technically 4, but I cut it down to 2. Of people, their response to their understanding of the situation.
Been on 2 hours, man. We in
All right, let's see. All right.
Yeah, also too, I want to say too, like I know people didn't heard me say this on it too. Like my son want to be a firefighter, but guess what? I told him after you get your firefighter thing, what you finna do? You finna get a trade too. I ain't asked him did he want to trade. I asked him which trade you want to do. If you don't pick one, I'll pick one for you. But you gonna do one.
You gotta make these kids do shit. Fuck out of here.
But that's what I'm saying though. People always trying to be. I want to escape the parenting thing and want to be their fucking kid's friend. This parenting thing and this motherfucking husband thing, this shit not easy. You're gonna be the bad guy. You're gonna make some decisions that motherfuckers ain't gonna like, but you're gonna like it after you get through doing it.
Well, I grew up in a household. I say I grew up in a household. You didn't get to pick what you wanted to eat.
Facts.
Nigga, what was being cooked is what was gonna be eaten.
Facts.
And if you ain't gonna eat that, you can go to bed. You see what I'm saying? This is why I have a broad, like my taste buds, nigga, I can kind of eat kind of almost whatever outside of chitlins. You know what I'm saying? Because who the fuck is eating that? But outside of chitlins, like, bro, I can pretty much. So when I get asked, like, oh, what you want to eat tonight? It really don't matter to me. At the end of the day, it don't matter to me because I can kind of eat whatever. Like, I can conform to whatever. So these kids having these different options where, you know, oh, they want Chinese and one want chicken and one want
pick one.
No, this is somebody get one thing before we fuck around and just have neck bones. How about that?
You not lying, bro. You not. Motherfucker, sometimes people have too many fucking options. And we say this all the time. Sometimes people have adults who have too many options. That's why motherfuckers can't make up their mind on what they want to do or what's going on.
Yeah.
Real quick, Napson Beauty asked us this question with the Sha'Carri Richardson. Well, never mind. Don't worry about it. Sorry, Napson Beauty. I wanted to answer that too.
Go ahead. Go. You rocking. Go ahead.
So she said, do y'all believe the global acknowledgement of her accomplishments has messed up her moral or intellectual integrity, or she just didn't care?
I don't. She been having problems like even before she
really got like
yeah.
No, but she had not to really make excuses for her. You know what I'm saying? From what I hear, she had like a rough childhood. You know what I mean? And then she also didn't have that like the 2-parent upbringing and stuff like that. So it's not to really make an excuse for her, but her shit for her childhood and things like that, from what I heard, wasn't as stable. You know, her boyfriend, on the other hand, the guy that also went to jail, he from what I hear, his parents, he came from a 2-parent household, and his parents, I think the mother is PhD, the father does something. They're fairly important people down in Atlanta. So I mean, it kind of goes to show you that, like, you know, sometimes
he ain't never had no pretty little girl that's telling him what to do and all this shit. That's going on.
Yeah, she definitely didn't told him what to do, sent his man off, and now he in jail. Probably with a
she
drug charge.
She didn't turn him over or something like that.
And man, he's an Olympic medalist as well. So it's not like it's not like he's like just a run-of-the-mill cat too.
Yeah, I think when she was the way she was reacting and responding to the police officer, how frantic she was, that was some mental stuff going on. Like that, I don't think that was nervousness. So maybe
you can tell that she really didn't want to get in the news about nothing else. Like somebody didn't talk to her and told her, like, look, you already had 2 incidents where you've been in the news. The weed thing was one. Then you in the airport beating on your boyfriend is 2. We need you to stay the fuck out of the news.
I mean, she covering the 4 corners of crime, but outside of drugs.
You need to stay the fuck out the news. I don't give a fuck what goes on. Stay out of the news. And look what happened. She get back in the news again. After that, then died down. But this is really this is nothing though, because everybody get caught speeding. It's just that because she's Sha'Carri or whatever. I mean, I don't want to say whatever, but Miss Richardson, she is who she is, so it's going to come to the forefront, and people are going to be talking about it. Because if this is a regular everyday person, we wouldn't hear nothing about this. People speed every day, B. It's okay.
Yeah, this ain't no big deal to me.
This is nothing. It's just that it's going to be in the news and people are going to be talking about it, and your name is kind of coming up in a negative light. That's all it is.
I think as far as the moral and intellectual, the acknowledgement of her accomplishments and everything in Naps of Beauty, if she was confident in trying to veer the conversation to where she should get off because she's Sha'Carri Richardson, then I'll be like, yeah, her integrity is messed up. But she didn't do none of that. She was nervous, she was frantic. So I'm thinking like it's some mental stuff going on with that.
No, she was probably just scared though. She was really just scared. She was scared as hell.
She wasn't acting like that in the airport. That was police. She was in cuffs.
But no, this is different because she triggered that and she knew. I guess it's kind of different than you getting pulled over on the side of the road till you were like that. What happened?
He called it cultivation.
But yeah, I think it's just a big difference to me because I don't get nervous when police are just around and we standing outside of the car. But every time I get pulled over or something like that, I get nervous as hell, even at work. When I know I ain't did nothing wrong, and I'm never really doing nothing wrong or anything like that, but it's just something to me about when I get pulled over, I get nervous as fuck. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I think with her in general, it's just about simply taking accountability for whatever it is that you're doing. Like even when she was in the airport, she was trying to put it off on him at first, and then it kind of switched up, and it happened to be her. She tries to pass off accountability for her actions, right? You're trying to pass off the reason that you're speeding doing 104 on the car.
No, the car did that on his own though. No, did that. It's electronic.
Yeah.
He did that on his own.
He did it on his own. I didn't know my car was doing 104. Bitch, you doing 104. You're doing it.
You know what? I take that back. I take the mental part back. She was so frantic because she didn't have nobody else to blame.
Yeah. So didn't have nobody else to blame. She started blaming the machine. Goddamn. Like,
oh man. All right. So I'm gonna play this video of one of the responses. I'm only gonna play two because I don't want to drag too long, but this is one of the two right here.
Went on the Shannon Sharp show and unprovoked, mind you, proceeded to throw his 11-year-old daughter under the bus by saying that she only calls him now when she wants something, and that while she used to be a daddy's girl, now she's materialistic, and has essentially called his 11-year-old daughter a gold digger. Now, I'm not going to get into all of my thoughts on the matter because I'm hopping on a podcast with my girl Lil Lo to talk about it in depth, but one topic that I want to discuss based on this conversation is the way that some Black dads will escape their own accountability through the adultification of their daughters. And because instead of atoning for and taking responsibility for your role and why your daughter now only sees you as a wallet, you position it as it's her fault. You didn't do anything wrong. She just up and only wants you for your money and that's it. As if she's a grown-ass woman and not an 11-year-old child responding to the precedent you probably set. So you adultify her in your rationale for her behavior. You then proceed to go on as large of a platform as the Shannon Sharp show to throw your child under the bus when she cannot defend herself at the same time because she's a child, subjecting her to internet scrutiny as if she is not 11 years old. You positioning yourself as a victim to your 11-year-old child's behavior now has grown-ass men calling your child out her name in the comments of these videos. You want us to feel sorry for you, but in my humblest of opinion, any father who is willing to subject their child to that kind of scrutiny isn't a dad that I would consider a great dad. I'm just saying. Because you being more pressed about being viewed as a victim than protecting your daughter, no matter what the story is, very telling of your character and very telling of why she only sees you as a wallet.
All right, that's one of them. We'll get rid of that one. So the absolute majority of were along the lines of what she was saying.
Say what? Oh man, hey man, what Corey Holcomb at when you need him?
So I want to play this one. So it's three. I really want y'all to hear this one.
To his daughter makes a lot more sense when you start to understand that men are generally allowed to abandon their children if they have a good enough reason. And so to gain that good reason, they create narratives, right? And most of the narratives that we hear is they either blame like a legal issue, child support. The courts took like the kids from me, or they blame the child's mother, right? She's vindictive. She's hard to deal with. She sets up the children to not listen to me. And I'm a man. How can I have my children not listen to me? She's emasculating me. Like, you create all of these things that make it impossible for you to be a father. I can't be a father because of all of these external things that are affecting me. Despite women facing these external things too, they seem to somehow always manage to be a mother. But every once in a while, they will do that character assassination. They will run that narrative on the child themselves. And that typically comes behaviorally, right? This child doesn't listen to me and I'm a man. But it's far and few in between, but it happens pretty consistently where they'll just call their kid a gold digger. And that's what he's doing. He's creating the narrative now. She's very young. It's 10, so it's a hard sell. But at 16, do you think it's that hard of a sell? Like at 21, when she's a college student and she needs help with school and stuff, do you think it's that hard of a sell? But when you plant the seed at 10 years old, then everybody around her in the media, and it's like us out here, it's a bad look on him, but that's not who he's running this narrative for. He's running the narrative for his own family members who have an expectation for you to care for your children. So he's trying to find a way out of it. And he needs to find a very strategic way to run that narrative that does not lose him access to his other family members. So if she is the problem and she's a greedy little girl who's out for his pockets and doesn't love him like the father he's supposed to be, people will sympathize with that. And when he successfully abandons her, it won't be his fault because he wanted to be the father for you, but you didn't want a father. You wanted an ATM. So really, it's your fault. What Ryan Davis is doing.
Say something real quick, man.
Go ahead.
These people starting to irritate me. Look, man. Look, man. To me, like I felt like Ryan Davis in general, because you're not gonna get people to empathize with you, right? You're not gonna get people to sympathize. Keep your fucking business off the internet. You know what I mean? And the little you feel like your daughter's doing, if you feel like that, and that's how you feel, because who the fuck is to say that how you feel about something isn't accurate? Right? Anything else somebody does out here, if it's a woman and she gets and she feels like she's being harassed, somebody's going to say, well, you got to take an account of you got to take an account of her feelings or how she feels about a situation. And if he feels this way about a situation, then that could be what it is. At the end of the day, that's why I say, dudes, y'all got to keep y'all fucking mouth shut and stop putting all your business on the internet, because ain't nobody gonna feel sympathy for you, dog. They're not gonna feel sympathy. They're not gonna have empathy for you. You see what I'm saying? And for me, when I see women, those women in particular, I'm sure there's more. When you want to lump all men and say, well, men be doing this. You know what I mean? This is how they get away from being fathers, or they don't want to take accountability as far as being fathers, so on and so forth. Keep your shit offline. You know what I'm saying? You celebrity niggas, keep your shit offline. You everyday niggas. Jay everyday nigga. You know what I'm saying? Coming from Jay every day. Keep your shit offline, because at the end of the day, nobody's gonna give a fuck. They really not. They don't give a damn about you. You know what I'm saying? Save yourself, black man.
Ma, you got anything before I get to the last video?
Hey, I'm gonna go back to like this was like when we started doing this pod. We doing it like 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, like back in the dungeon, the back cave. This man has grown since then, right? But he used to start the podcast, Mr. Jerry Day himself with these hoes ain't shit.
I was wondering if you was going to say that.
I'm going to just leave it just like that. I'm not going to say anything else. Take it how you want to take it. See me when you see me, whatever fuck you want to say. But, and a great philosopher of Jerry Day, because he's grown since then, man, these hoes ain't shit. That's it. That's all I got to say. Spaces ain't going to say it because he don't curse, but I curse. Nigga, I'm going to start cursing even more now because I'm getting older and you motherfuckers is really starting to irritate me too. And that's all I got to say. I don't got nothing else to say. As soon as the first girl opened her mouth, I'm looking like, why the fuck did why the fuck did Spaces put this out there? Because he knew we was going to go off on these people.
I'm more so mad at the men, because you got to know that nobody, like anything that you go through, right? A lot of times it's not, they don't give no fuck, boy. You know what I'm saying? So this is why when people ask, like, well, why don't you open up? Because you really don't give no fuck. People don't be giving no fuck, boy.
Hey, boy. Hey, motherfucker be talking about some, I want you to cry with me. I want you to, no, the fuck you don't. Stop that fucking line. Stop lying. You don't. Because
this was the last podcast, bro.
If you start crying in front of your woman, you start professing all them feelings, all that masculine shit going out the fucking window, nigga. Her pussy done dried up. No cap.
I don't be giving no fuck about none of that crying, being emotional shit, none of that. They don't.
But you are my
and
best
men
friend.
definitely not gonna give no fuck, because men gonna look at you like, well, you shouldn't have known. And women gonna be like,
you know what the thing is? I wanted you to open up, but I didn't want you to open up that much. Bitch, what?
Yeah. Pause. Go ahead, mute that. Put that up.
But Jerry, they got my back. You know exactly what the fuck I meant.
Oh, my man. Man. He said, I wanted you to open up. I didn't want you to open up that much. I got your back. Pause.
Oh shit, man. Oh my god.
The pause game.
Yeah. But yeah, man, but man, like for real. Like I'll be sitting there looking at motherfuckers crazy when motherfuckers talking about my man, my best friend, and I want my man and my husband to be my. No, the fuck you don't. Because if a motherfucker told you everything that go on in his mind, you wouldn't be with him. You wouldn't. Just like motherfuckers say, you want to know everything about your wife? Hell no, because I probably wouldn't be with her if she told me every fucking thing. No, I don't. I don't. No, I don't. That's why I don't ask too many questions.
Facts. I ask the questions that I want to know answers to.
That's it. I don't ask no questions that I really do not want to know no answer to.
When you know more about a person, the most you're gonna get is understanding. You know what I'm saying? The more when you start deep diving and learning about a person, the most you're gonna get is understanding.
Yeah,
and at least that's what I've learned. You know, about 40 years.
Everybody need a little mystery to them. I don't want to know that. I don't want to know everything about nobody. I want the mystery.
Yeah.
Give me a little mystery.
All right, so this is the very last one. I ain't gonna torture y'all, I promise.
Watched the full interview with Shannon Sharpe and Ryan Davis. I just saw the clip where he talked about being estranged from his mother for 4 years. But I'm thinking to myself, like, this is a really emotionally mature man. You can tell that he's done a lot of inner work. He was reflective. He wasn't defensive or dismissive. So when I saw all the videos where everybody was talking about how he was calling his daughter a gold digger, I'm saying this can't be the same interview. So I went back and I watched the full interview. But I still wouldn't say that he was calling his daughter a gold digger. What I heard was a man who was struggling to put language to grief. When he talked about how his daughter went from, I just want to be around my dad, to now I just want to see what I can get from him, what he's talking about is a shift in a relationship. That shift happens when time, presence, and emotional access becomes inconsistent. Children don't become gold diggers, they adapt. So when the emotional connection starts to be inconsistent, they'll attach themselves to what's reliable. And sometimes that's the earrings, the jewelry, all the money, gifts, and access to things that you have, because that's been more reliable when you weren't there. That's the form of access that feels predictable. That's how conditioning and attachment work. I didn't hear a man who was angry with his daughter or blaming her. He was grieving the loss of the relationship that they had. And this is why he was saying that he needed more time with them. I think that the internet struggles with experiencing two truths at one time. A child can experience emotional absence, and the father can also grieve the relationship that he once had with his daughter. A parent can be trying their best and still miss something that's essential. A child can also adapt in ways that hurt the parent even when they did nothing wrong. One truth doesn't cancel out the other. He's naming something that I think a lot of fathers feel but don't have the language to articulate it, that their value has been reduced to only what they can provide financially and not who they are and what they provided to their children emotionally. For men whose identity has been tied to being useful, needed, and being a provider, that can be devastating. Unprocessed grief in men doesn't always look like sadness. Sometimes it's withdrawal, it's shutting down. It looks like not knowing how to stay connected without being used. If grief doesn't get named, it doesn't heal, it hardens. So in this situation, I don't hear a man calling his daughter a gold digger. I hear a father that's naming a relational shift without having perfect language for it. We can protect children while still allowing parents to name their pain. We can acknowledge the impact while still allowing this man to grieve the relationship that he no longer has with his daughter. When we jump straight to outrage, we shut down conversations that actually need to happen about time, presence, and custody systems. We should be able to talk about work demands and how children emotionally make sense of separation. Healing starts with understanding what's actually being expressed. And sometimes what people are calling entitlement is actually unresolved grief. So initially, I didn't.
She said that very eloquently. And she did. I thought she did excellent. Yeah,
I think she explained that perfectly. Like she just put a bow on everything we just said with all the cursing and all that other shit, and she said it like very like Jerry Day said, very eloquently.
And that was my exact sentiments when I heard him talking about it. I heard people saying that like she's a gold digger and all. Like he's not calling her that. He's not even worried about the money. He's worried about the relationship. He said his daughter saved his life. So his daughter is the reason why he became the person that he is. So for her to say, I no longer cherish her, to go from obviously she grows up, she gets older. So the whole, sleeping on his, on his chest and stuff like that, that stuff goes out of the window as you get older. But he's saying he wants a relationship. He said, from what I heard, he was saying that she said she doesn't want a relationship with him. She wants the gifts.
Oh, that's what his daughter said? Or what you say his daughter said?
That's what I'm interpreting.
What you mean? You interpreted? Oh, what the lady said.
Well, that's what Ryan was saying. His daughter was saying to him.
No, I don't think.
I
No. I didn't get that from that.
She didn't want the. That's what the whole thing is about. That's what this whole conversation is about.
No, I'm thinking that it just went that way. I don't think she said she didn't want a relationship with her dad. She's just growing up. I don't think that's what he meant. It's just that when kids start growing up, that's just what happens. It unintentionally happens. She's gonna come back. I think they're gonna have a good relationship when she starts getting older and she starts missing her dad. But it's just she going through a little growth spurt right now, a little period. I don't think that's what he meant by what he said, or he said that.
I also think, bro, like a lot of those women that were responding to that, sometimes people be projecting their own life and shit that they hid with their own father, and they project that into somebody else's situation. You know.
Yeah, those are definitely the first two were definitely women that have attached themselves, that have experienced
Who hurt you?
to some degree.
Yeah, that's what they said. Who hurt you? You got to start flipping that shit on them. Who hurt you?
Did you catch that at all? What I was saying, JV Day, from what Ryan was saying, as far as his daughter, the way he was explaining it. This is what I understood. His daughter didn't want the relationship with him. She more so cared about what he can do for her instead of having a relationship.
Yeah, no, I thought that. I think for me, I was also thinking kind of like, what's the relationship between him and a co-parent?
I was,
So because I'm wondering if the shift is because of the co-parent. Like, so I didn't, he didn't say much about it, so I really, but I'm curious on what's going on as far as that.
That was
okay.
a number
Yeah,
one
Cultivator
thing.
said the same thing. Yeah.
And I was thinking that, but I didn't want to say it because I don't recall him saying it in this portion of the interview.
Yeah.
So
and
maybe he did. Maybe I didn't catch it.
Also, too, we can just go to the beginning of it. Watch who the fuck you had kids with. Because if we say about the co-parenting relationship, nigga, you probably could have knew that you really ain't like her like that anyway before you even had kids with her. You probably wouldn't even be going through this because you probably would still be with her.
And I can only, this is pure speculation. If someone were to ask me, I would say that this is learned behavior. The daughter learned this from some outside source. I don't want to specify the mother because I don't recall Ryan mentioning that one way or the other. This is learned behavior. And it's wild. And then on top of that too, like when it comes to these types of conversations, right? Ryan Davis said he's taking care of 3 households, right? At a certain point, it's seeming like people, no matter what, people are gonna punish the man for something that's not going right in the family, right? He's doing worldwide tours or US tours or whatever, doing comedy, doing this thing, providing for the households, and what comes with that is his inability to be with them unless he brings a family with him or whatever. But if he wasn't doing all that and he could only maybe barely take care of he was about to end his life, so he could barely take care of the family that he created, then he's still the problem.
Hey, man. Hey, that's exactly why I don't be paying motherfucker no attention.
That's why my lighting look weird. I'm like, something missing, but it's
that's exactly what you just said. Spaces is exactly why I don't pay motherfucker no attention. I just do, because it don't matter what you do or how you do it. It's still gonna be your fault. So if it's gonna be my fault, we're gonna do it my way. I don't care who ever get in and who don't like what. No, this is what goes on over here. You're gonna do it my way. Because at the end of the day, whose fault is it? Shit break up or a family breakup, it's always the man's fault. So guess what? We're gonna do this my way. I'm not sitting up here saying it's a dictatorship, but I am. It is. But you know,
dictatorship.
Yeah, but we're gonna still do it my way, and because I think guys put themselves on the back burner anyway because they always do things that's best for the family. They don't never just do things that's just best and benefit them. Especially fathers and men as raising a family.
Yeah. So Mom, check the checks. But yeah, man, that's what I was gathering from this situation. I was just like, what? How did y'all get to this point from what he said? He's clearly saying that he wants a relationship with his daughter, and y'all are saying like men. This lady, the second girl said, men can get away with abandoning their children.
In what world? What world is that?
What? Heck no, man. So, no, I just wanted to talk about that because I was wondering if what you guys would think if we caught the same thing, if we were on the same wavelength, as far as what he was saying versus what a lot of people were saying their interpretation of it was.
Yeah. And that match gonna go good with this shit. Every day you sent that to the brotherhood, what you call it. That match gonna go good. That lady speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can end on right on that. You go ahead and play that and just let that play for the match, and then we get up out of here.
You can speed it up though.
Yeah, you could speed it up.
I
think it's like 10 minutes.
Yeah, just you can let it play. Let it play. For those who want to tune in, they can tune in.
All right, bet. Got it. Here we go.
I need to say this plainly. What we are watching on social media and online culture and across popular platforms every day is not empowerment. It's not freedom. It's not even confidence. It is public glorification of disorder, sexual chaos, and rebellion. And it is damaging women, misleading men, and confusing the next generation. And I refuse to stay silent about it. Welcome back to Family Still Matters. I'm Deborah. Today's message has one purpose: to expose destructive cultural patterns, to call women back to responsibility, and to warn men before they attach their lives to chaos. This is where the problem begins. Refinement has been replaced with exaggeration. And I'm gonna give you a small example. There used to be a time when you wanted to refine the fact that your lashes were thin, and you would have someone to come and do it properly and insert just a few lashes to fill yours out. Now we have people just plucking on thick lashes that look like horse lashes on their eyes. And that's such an exaggeration. And they want to make you think it's refinement. No. That refinement where you once put a few lashes in there to enhance your own has now become complete exaggeration. Then we have enhancement has turned into masking. Makeup was once used by women to enhance the beauty you already have, not to mask it by putting so much makeup on that a person doesn't even know the shape or the structure of your nose, your lips, or even your skin color. And then femininity has turned into performance. Women are just performing just to get the man gripped. And then once you get him, I'm not submitting, I'm not doing this, okay? When appearance interferes with your hygiene, function, and order, that is not beauty, it is disorder on display. And what I'm speaking about is, it's nothing wrong with having a manicure, having your nails long if you want them, wearing acrylics. But my question, and I often wonder, because I know when I used to wear them, they were cumbersome. I would have to put on gloves in order to cook, because there's no way in the world I'm going to be preparing food for my family or cleaning up, and you got crud. Even if you clean up under them, it's still unsanitary. So I'm wondering, how many of you are really, are you clean? Are you keeping your body clean? Are you keeping under those nails clean? If they're so long that you can't keep them clean and prevent from transferring bacteria and germs from place to place, because we know we have to do some things hygienically. And if you're doing that without wearing gloves, because if you're doing that and you got real long acrylic nails and you're not wearing gloves, disposable gloves, every time you take yourself to the bathroom, you need to do that. Because there's the cause and the consequences if you want to wear those long nails and still be considered hygienically clean and able to function. And as I said, when your appearance interferes with your hygiene, function, and order, it is no longer beauty. It is disorder on display. Makeup was meant to enhance, not disguise. I have seen women who look totally different when they wash all that makeup off. And the man doesn't even know what you look like, really. So what I'm talking about is the importance that presentation was meant to reflect self-respect. It was meant to reflect your enhancement in beauty, not to confuse a person. And now we got so much disorder. And it's a warning sign. And here's what is being celebrated now. You got women bragging about how many men they've had sex with in a day. And those are not only women only. We got women thinking it's important to brag about high body counts, to mock modesty to the point that they got everything out, to frame marriage as slavery and prostitution. I heard somebody say that being married is you nothing but a unpaid prostitute. To see somebody frame marriage in such a derogatory manner. And then if you submit, you're considered weak and stupid. And if you choose to be faithful, they dismiss you as being, that's out of date. And they consider this celebration of liberation from what? This is not liberation. This is wounded women redefining standards to justify pain, and then recruiting other women into that same confusion. Pain does not qualify someone to give guidance. Mothers, this part is non-negotiable. Your daughter does not learn womanhood from the internet first. She learns it from you. What you normalize becomes familiar for her. What you glamorize becomes desirable for her. What you excuse becomes acceptable to her. If chaos is modeled, chaos will be repeated. If disrespect is performed, disrespect is learned. You do not get to separate your personal behavior from your parental impact. Look at what's happening. All you got to do is look around. People are living one thing, putting on these public faces, and they're in the private lives is a mess. And this part is to men. I'm giving you a few red flags that you should not ignore. Men, I'm speaking to you now. Stop confusing attraction with your alignment with a woman. Before you invite a woman into your life, your home, or your future, pay attention to these non-negotiable warning signs. If that woman has chronic disorder, and when I'm talking about her car is nasty, her house is nasty, her personal space is unclean, and she has questionable hygiene. If she has no discipline, no routine, and no structure, warning sign. If she's openly hostile toward marriage, family, if she is obsessed with attention, validation, and your pocket. If she is sexually open without emotional maturity. And if she is constantly playing the victim with no accountability. Chaos does not become peace through commitment. It multiplies. So I'm saying if she has these qualities, don't commit to her because you are going to have many problems multiplying. If you attach your future to disorder, do not be surprised when it drags you into financial ruin, emotional instability, or life-altering consequences. True confidence requires restraint. True strength requires self-control. True femininity carries responsibility, not rebellion. And true masculinity protects its future by choosing wisely. If this video brought clarity, then I did my job. Like the video, share it with someone who needs discernment, leave a thoughtful comment. This community is for those who value order, wisdom, and family, not confusion dressed up as empowerment. So, Scripture teaches us that wisdom is known by what it produces. Order produces peace. Discipline produces stability. Truth spoken without apology still matters. Family still matters. Standards still matter. And I'm Deborah, and may God richly bless you, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great 2026. May God bless you.
Thank you, Miss Deborah. This has been another rendition of your favorite after church podcast, the No Key Podcast. Build your legacy, Kings. I've been your man, Spaces. You
hey, I go by your boy Mom, man. Meeting adjourned. See you guys tonight, fellas.
Later.
Later.